Hello, everyone, and welcome to Weinachtsmarkt. Yes, that's right. We're doing a Christmas market in German, and that's going to be our Christmas one-shot, one of the many. Hello, everyone. We are going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Chris. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight. For those who are new to D&D, we are playing D&D with a couple of extra rules in case of death, because it's going to happen. So we'll get to those in a minute, but in the meantime, if you've played D&D before, most of this should be pretty evident. Everyone around me is playing characters in a fantasy universe, and I play everything that they're not playing. In this case, horrible, horrible death. They roll 20
Delightful cocoa sellers.
Delightful cocoa sellers.
Yeah. And
as in a person who sells cocoa.
Yeah, and terrible toy
I have this image of like a cellar under a house full of cocoa. What the fuck is this? How is this delightful?
That's next year's Christmas one-shot.
Cocoa Sellers is my next character.
It's a great drag name, I was about to say. Anyway, everyone here's playing Cocoa Sellers, and I'm playing everything else. 20s are good, 1s are bad. They roll 20-sided dice. You should be able to follow, and there will be little animated dice in the corner of the screen. Corner of the screen? That's right, that side. Corner of the screen. Not for me. I don't show my dice rolls. They're secret. Anyway, so apart from that, I'll be playing everything else. And yes, a reminder at the top of all of this. We'll talk about it more later, just so everyone's on the same page. This is a Christmas horror one-shot, and we're not shying away from all sorts of grims and nasties. So if that's not your speed, there's content warnings you can check out, or just don't feel like you have to join in if it's not for you. I understand these things are not for everyone. Anyway, before we kick off for too long, I think we should meet all of these characters briefly before we dive in too deep. So, alphabetical order. Ali.
Hi, my name is Ali. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing. Do you want me to introduce my character, right?
Yeah, please, go for it.
I'm going to play Edric, who also uses he, him pronouns. He is a pink tiefling, Hexblade Warlock, and he is in town to buy some gifts. Last minute shopping for his Patreon. Whether he's gonna make it or not, that is to see.
It's probably not. Just to be clear here, most of these people are going to die, if not all of them. I can't.
But he might.
With the presents. The presents might make it. That's fair. That's totally fair. I will give you that. Yeah. There's postal services. You never know. Evie.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Kira, who uses she, they pronouns. Kira is a goblin and who is also a Hexblade Warlock, who is just so dumb. She's so dumb. And she's here to procure shiny things at any costs, the shiniest of things.
Okay, good. I'm imagining if there's a voice. Is there a voice?
There's a voice.
Oh, can we hear the voice?
Oh god, what?
Say shiny.
Shiny! Oh.
Okay. Looking forward to that already. Excellent. Johnny.
I am playing Archie, who is a very small Alkin, and he is dark feathered, but he's got runes inscribed across his feathers as a powerful mage has inscribed part of their spellbook onto Archie, and his mission is to try and find someone worthy to take this portion of the spellbook. Unfortunately, he has landed in a very unfortunate place and may or may not be successful.
When you say inscribed, I really hope you mean like has sort of daubed on, not someone's inscribed them into your feathers.
I'm thinking of magically inscribed. Yeah,
otherwise
magically, yeah.
It's a very sick owl in
Please don't dispel magic me.
It's a very critically injured owlin. Wow. Good. Right. Okay.
I will be soon.
And also with 4 HP, each time they do something, he's gonna drop it.
No, they do 1 hit point of damage and then wait. Go on.
I'm playing a wizard. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Judith, who also uses she, her pronouns. Judith is also a wizard. She's human. She's got brown hair, brown eyes, freckles. She's probably running around. She's just finished her studies for the holiday break, and her parents just keep telling her if she just slows down, maybe one day she'll find and truly embrace the holiday spirit. But she's got no time for that. She's got no time to randomly find love in the middle of a Christmas market. She's been looking after the old people at the old folks' home. She's just been walking some puppies. And
what is this rom-com bullshit now? It's a horror one shot.
Look, she just has to get some presents for the orphans before she finishes for the day.
Look, I don't need some Lindsay Lohan starring nightmare movie that, I mean, her career was over a while ago.
Emma Watson, please.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Emma Watson in a Christmas movie? How low is she from? She's a multi-billionaire. She does not need this shit.
Netflix budgets, Chris. Netflix budgets.
Arguably, Harry Potter is a Christmas movie.
No, it is not. That is, oh my god.
There is always a Christmas scene in Harry Potter, and then I released in December.
Yeah, there's always a Christmas scene.
I was imagining Vanessa Hudgens, to be honest.
That's
Anne Hathaway, anyone in that kind of bracket.
Again, Anne Hathaway's career's going fine. I really think. Vanessa Hudgens, I can totally believe.
Yeah.
Anyway. Is there a mystical lake house postbox that only you and Keanu Reeves can put letters in? Like, is that what we're talking?
Oh, she's not met her Keanu Reeves. Maybe today's the day.
Oh.
You mean you want to meet someone who's completely expressionless? I can do that. Keanu Reeves, the ultimate neutral mask, too dumb to play any other faces. Good. Right. Sam.
Ooh-wee! Hey, I'm Sam. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Klimt Fleetswood, who's made his way from a mystical, magical other dimension to what he thinks is a Christmas market, and hopefully is, with the intention of finding some bean-based trinkets to lure his brother back to the small village of Oom, because his brother is missing and sadly presumed dead. And there's a voice.
Sam, if you're playing Clint's brother, which is fine, you can do that, I'm not going to stop you, why would you have a different surname?
Because he's a bard, and the Clint's surname was a clever pun on a famous Western star, and this is a pun on a famous musician from the 20th century.
Okay.
Their parents didn't fully understand the assignment.
Are you saying there was a different humanoid beaver that became a step-parent and had a different, very similar surname?
I'm not saying that's not what happened.
Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. Good, lovely. Klimt returns. Good. Let's have some words from our sponsors and then dive in from there, folks. See you all in 5.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of the collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum test.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and while we aim to avoid misgendering, we do acknowledge that it can sometimes happen, and have a company policy in place for correction should the need arise. If you think we miss anything or want to upbraid us for doing something wrong, that's totally great. We like that. Just drop us a message at rolltogetherrpg@gmail.com and let us know. We're always open to being corrected. Check out !safety in chat for the TTRPG safety toolkit, which we use as part of play. Invisibly, we do a lot of editing, so you won't be able to see it actually happen, but there's a lot of pausing behind the scenes, I guarantee it. Check out our blooper reels. There's a lot of pausing behind the scenes. Yeah, and also, especially for this one, the safety will also contain our content warnings, and again, if there's anything you'd rather not see, do check before watching, as this is a horror-themed show, and I cannot promise what the content will be in advance. Cool. Right. Let's do this. And welcome back, everybody. So, before we dive in too deep, a couple of house rules for tonight's horror-themed Christmas one-shot to make sure that it's as spooky as possible. Number one death save. That is all. Number two, death is not the end. If your character dies, you will return as a ghost. Your ghost must have a comic version of the way that you died permanently. For example, in the movie Stardust, when the characters return, the characters who return as ghosts all return with a comic version of their deaths. Rupert Everett's man who fell off a cliff has a permanently smooched face. Mark Strong's prince who drowned is permanently damp. For example. But I trust you will come up with your own versions of that. Your ghost form cannot interact fully with the world and is invisible and cannot make any major changes to what's happening in the plot. However, you can make minor changes. I will allow you to help as part of actions or whatever as part of the game to see if you can help people survive or hinder them awfully and make them fail. That's also your prerogative again. Your choice what you do with your lives. I can't tell you what to do. All good so far? Great. The Wide in Baldur's Gate is a large marketplace, and it covers a huge amount of space in the upper city. It is very popular. People go there all the time for all sorts of knickknacks, trinkets, and other odds and sods. During Christmas, it is taken over every year by a Christmas market, and not the Christmas markets of my youth. Not the quiet, gentle stalls with people sat around tables drinking nice glühwein out of ceramic cups and talking about local civic issues and just generally having a lovely time while small children ride around on a tiny model train that will never go faster than about 2 miles an hour. Not that. More of a hideous winter wonderland extravaganza nightmare with acre-sized tents for drinking, because apparently that's the only important thing that people do in the UK. Sorry, this is the time of year when I really hate the UK. I can't really stress that enough. Massive, carnival-style rides and over-the-top carnival-style rides. You go, why is this here? This is a Christmas market. Why is there a haunted mine? Anyway, Ferris wheels, etc. Stages where people play bad music. Oompa bands, which is not German at... Oh, never mind, we're going to go into it too much. Anyway, this Christmas market sucks. It's awful. It is the absolute worst. Most of you would be aware that from roughly around the in-universe equivalent of the 25th of November until around the 25th of December, the Christmas market is there. It is available. It is great for buying last-minute Winter Shield, for that is the Faerunian equivalent of Christmas. Knickknacks, if you wanted to give them to friends and that sort of thing. Christmas-themed tat is all the rage. There's plenty of nice food, nice drink, places to hang out. It does get a bit seedy after dark, and the ground is so soaked in mulled cider that it's almost fragrant the entire way through. And the less said about the Portaloos, the better. But you all know it's there, and you all have your various reasons for going there, so... Who would like to be the first person to enter this Christmas market, this winter wonderland, if you will?
Archie would swoop down and land on an edge of the roof, ruffle his feathers, and just scan the people below him.
There are houses all around the edge of the Wide, which is a sort of weird diamond shape almost, but like a baseball diamond. And looking down, you can see row upon row of these small, ornate, carved wooden huts. They're meant to look like these sort of ancient Reghead Glacier style huts for people who live up north. But from the top down view especially, this is like cheap wood, cheap balsa wood almost, nailed on the front of other carts that were already there. If anything, you see the beautiful facade stretch out in front of you, and the grimy reality of it is right there next to you as well. It couldn't be a better encapsulation of what we're talking about here.
Is there actually a Ferris wheel in this winter
There's
market?
a Ferris wheel. There's what looks like a haunted minecart, because I'm ripping that off because it's nonsense. Anyway, there's a haunted minecart ride for reasons best known to the organisers. There's a whole bunch of different carousels, Ferris wheels, what look like amusement park rides scattered around the space alongside all of these stalls, yes.
I think I'll hop along the edge of one of the roofs and then jump on a Ferris wheel and just be going round in circles on the edge of it, looking at people as they go around.
Okay.
Watching for anyone that looks important enough, maybe to receive the spell book that I'm currently carrying.
Well, okay. The spellbook that you're currently carrying, tell us about it. When did you arrive with it, and what does it mean to you? What do you want to do with it?
So I was a familiar previously until about, in my timeline, a couple of hours ago.
Oh.
So I went from being a familiar to being conscious that I was a familiar, and with a singular drive to give this spellbook on before I can go back to being just an owl, just a familiar, happy, digging in the ground, getting my worms, flying around. So it's a singular drive to try and offload this spellbook, which again is it's like magical runes along my feathers. So when I find someone that I feel is worthy, I can transfer that power over to them and revert.
Who are you looking for? Like a wizard type?
I think, yeah. I am very intelligent, but only because of the magic given to me. Obviously, Owl's not intelligent. Now I have 18 intelligence, so I'm very wise. But I think I would be looking for someone akin to what my previous colleague was, the wizard who has enchanted me this way.
What did someone this way look like?
It was an autumn eladrin with a large pointy hat, because, wizards with large pointy hats. They have to have them at some point.
Check for a wizard with a large pointy hat.
That's an 11.
You scan. I mean, the Ferris wheel is sort of moving around slowly, and you're sort of going around with it as you go. You don't go all the way around. It's too slow for that. But as you start going around, you look down and you see this wizardly-looking fellow bending down into one of the stalls. It looks like rummaging through some... it looks like a box of old newspapers. Baldur's Gate has the Baldur's Mouth, which is the very popular, and there's a stall which seems to be selling archived copies of newsletters. And as he leans down to go through them, you think, oh, there's someone I could talk to, and fly over. As he leans down, however, behind is Judith. Want to describe yourself, the actual wizard?
Yeah, Judith is. She's there. She's just arrived, and it's much later than she intended it to be. But she got held up because the puppies needed to take extra time on the walk, and there were just too many things to do. And I knew I should have got here earlier, and now it's really crowded. So she's just sort of stood on the edge, preparing herself to run the gauntlet of trinket stalls, but is just a little nervously looking at the dense crowd of people.
It is pretty busy, and everyone's shouting for reasons best known to themselves. So, yeah. Well, as you, Archie, as you fly down towards this wizard-looking folk, he leans down, and behind is this. It's Judith. There's this woman just standing there, looking like about to go into this space. Do you stop? Do you try and talk to the person who is kneeling down, or do you?
I think I fly just past Judith and land on this individual's back, and then my head just turns 180 degrees and looks at Judith.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me. You appear to be on my back.
Just dig my talons in. Like when a cat is trying to cling onto a surface that it thinks is uneven. Oh! Just like dig my talons in slightly. Hold steady, sir. I am currently riding you.
No, there's no enthusiastic consent here. This is please.
Johnny, is Archie actually like owl-sized or
tiny?
Human?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
I was like, or
very
like
small owl. Very small.
Like a. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no! It's a very small owl.
Let me help you there. Why don't you hop on my arm here?
I shall release the individual bending and jump onto Judith's arm.
The man will get up and look at the two of you and go, "If you can't control your owl, you shouldn't have him out in public."
Oh, I'm so sorry. They're not mine. Are you okay? Did you fall?
Just turn my head 180 and put up your trousers. We can see more than we should. Oh, I'm quite okay, thank you.
Walks away, muttering.
I'm
so
quite
sorry.
okay. Fairly cold, though.
Oh dear. I have no extra. Maybe if here we'll open. She's got a scarf on. Here, we'll sort of wrap it awkwardly around you. Is that better?
I'm feeling a bit restricted, but yes, that's very kind of you. Are you a kind person?
I don't know. I try to be. How does one define oneself as kind?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Oh, okay.
Would you say you have great responsibility and with it great power? Wait, no, great power. I'm not sure which way around that went.
I wouldn't say great power. I am studying to try and increase mine, I suppose. I do have quite a lot of responsibility, but I don't know if I'm what you're looking for. Is there someone that you are looking for in particular?
Yes.
Okay.
Just turn. Not sure yet. I haven't found them. I don't think. Maybe I have.
As you look around, Edric, because your mini's running, I'm imagining you running. Are you running?
I'm just running so Edric is on duty and he's most of the gifts in his sack, but he's still missing some stuff. And he heard that the place where he can get some of them are about to close, or that they are running off of them. So he's just running to that shop. He is missing the Christmas crackers, minced prickle pies, and a rocking owlbear.
Rockin' owlbear, hey?
Rockin'.
It's one of those Father Christmases that does a little shimmy shake, right? It's one of those, yeah. Okay. Cool. As you run past, you nearly run into a woman holding an owl, but you are able to just skid past and keep going. It is a little bit rude. It's up to you whether you want to stop and apologize or just keep going.
I think as I pass by, it's not that I hit them with the sack, but one of the gifts falls down, and Edric realizes that and just turns out and looks at them like, "Are you trying to steal my gifts?"
Oh, no, sorry. Here, you dropped it. Do you want... sorry, I was in the way.
He snatches it. Put it back in the sack. How rude. What don't you see? I'm in a hurry and you just on my way.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to... Oh, gosh.
I don't think this is the one I'm looking for.
And I look at the feathers and it's like, oh, those are really beautiful feathers. And just check the list. Feathers.
Hang on.
Okay.
What are you swiping? Some iPhone's note app or something? Like, what is this?
A strange device where I have my notes.
Sure.
I also have a scarf on now as well.
I was imagining an old-fashioned flipping notebook, to be honest.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Good save.
All right.
But I guess sometimes it could be a misunderstanding, and I do apologize. Thank you for your help.
Do you need a feather? Do you?
I don't need one, but
Do you need two?
Are they for free?
No. But if you follow me around enough, they do tend to fall out. You could pick them up then.
I could take them now.
You could try. And I just hop backwards slightly.
I'm just gonna move my arm. I think maybe if you're after a feather, you should look elsewhere.
I actually don't need feathers, but if someone needs one, I will point it to you.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so if someone needs a feather, I won't point them to you.
Yeah, okay, maybe this one, they got potential.
Sounds like he's learning.
Klimt, Kira, do you feel like you would be walking past this conversation, or do you want to roll a d6 and see which stall you're at?
Oh, we're D6ing, baby.
You can do what you like, babe. Just checking him.
I would also like a d6 because... 5.
5, okay. Klimt?
It's a 6.
All right. Kira, is Kira okay? Did I have to say Kira every time?
Kira every time.
Kira every time. Kira, as you're walking down past the various stalls, you have stopped at a stall where boldly blazoned across the top is "Guess how many?" And inside are a series of different things on plinths where you're trying to guess how many they are. And there's a bunch of sweets in a jar. There's a chicken, and let's guess how many feathers the chicken has. And for some reason, it's caught your eye.
Is there anything shiny here?
There's probably something along the lines of guess how many rings are on this hand. And there's a hand with a whole ton of different rings. Like they overlap each other. It's not obvious how many there are.
Okay, and is there someone manning this stall?
Yeah. There's a goblin just sat there.
Shiny.
What?
Any shinies? Give me shinies.
No.
I want shinies.
Okay. If you give me a shiny, you can have a guess at how many shinies there are, and you might win more shinies.
Is this a good deal? Think, Kira. What would Mother say? What would Mother advise? I guess 1.
You want to guess once?
No, there's 1.
There's 1 ring on the hand.
2?
Okay, so you want to make a guess of 2?
I'm just gonna...
Give me a silver.
I lightly bring out my mace and say 2.
I'll just call security, love. I mean, this is not gonna...
I would like to make a lurch for the shinies.
Okay, roll me. Are you trying to swipe them, or are you just barging in?
I am... I'm trying to kind of swipe them a little bit if I can.
What, like in plain sight?
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Okay. Okay, it's a dirty 20.
Do you want to grab the fake hand and just start running with it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Shouting, shinies!
Okay. You grab the fake hand and just start running, and the goblin goes, "Oi! Wait! Hello, security!" and just starts shouting out as you just go running off with it. Klimt, you're at the stall next door where they are selling a variety of books. Lots of very pleasant books. You're probably looking through a cookbook entitled Beans, the Magical Fruit. You are... But you look up as shinies! Kira goes running past you, holding what can only be described as a hand emblazoned with gems.
Oh, jeez, baby! Oh, no!
Do you want to get involved, or do you just let it happen?
Oh, I want to, but I need to get the book. Oh,
would you like to buy the book, dearie?
Klimt would like to just close the book and run off with the book after the person shouting shinies.
No, that's for sale. Security! The next one goes off.
I'm so sorry. But he's like, he's like 90 centimeters tall and kind of tail waggling. And is there like mushy, wet snow?
Okay. The ground underfoot is not snowy. It is muddy and wet
and cidery,
soaked with mulled cider. It is the definition of Thirkingrim.
Okay, so through the Thirkingrim, there'll be a small beaver tail, like basically oscillating side to side, leading a trail directly to this small creature.
Are you trying to chase down Kira?
Yes, assuming that there may be some beam-based trinket on this goblin's person.
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
Kira and Klimt will go running past the three of you as you start to realise that Edric might not be a complete prick.
Or
As Kira is running, just occasionally just taking one of the rings and swallowing it.
Sure, that's absolutely fine. Roll me a con save.
Yep, sure. Okay, that is 15.
Okay, you are swallowing rings.
Yep. I'm very practiced at it.
Great, cool. Oh,
Just
God, that's how
turn to
you get
Judith.
them back.
What's
It's worked
going
out.
on?
Okay, I'm good. Right, so you...
Just like Mother taught me.
Oh no!
Wow. Cool. So you're
Goblins and their wily ways.
Are you? What are you trying to do to stop Kira?
So Clint is not necessarily trying to stop, but trying to catch up, which I appreciate is probably difficult given the height differential. But it doesn't matter about stride length because it's all about pace and consistency. And eventually, like the proverbial tortoise, he will catch this hare.
I imagine you have the same speed.
I've got 30 foot.
25.
You're
So every 6 seconds we lose in 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're gonna lose them.
Do you know your way around? As Clint is slowly getting further away and quieter and quieter.
1 second. I'm gonna roll to see if I could tell if that was directed at me or not.
Sure.
I could not. I keep going.
Beans?
Gosh.
I mean,
everyone
not
here is
real
so busy.
beans. Shiny beans.
Shiny beans? Turns tail. Do you have shiny beans?
Oh no, I'm looking for him and I was hoping you might be able to help.
I like shiny beans.
Kira, Klimt, can you both please roll me a contested grapple?
Sorry, what?
Can you both please roll me a contested grapple?
I'd really rather not, but there you go anyway.
It's strength. It's athletics or acrobatics. I don't mind which.
Okay.
I should have gone acrobatics, but we rolled athletics. That's a 3.
Okay. 21.
Kira, as a large hand heads down towards you, you realise that this was all a trap, and you can keep running if you wish.
Can I keep running and also look behind me?
Sure, you see the giant Cyclops' hand just go past you as Klimt is just... I'd like you all to imagine Klimt's head poking out the top of a giant fist, and that is all of Klimt that is currently visible as a large Cyclops wearing a green and red livery that made to look somewhat like an elf, but it just looks scary, is currently picking Klimt up and holding close. I don't think that is yours.
Just doing a pretty penny. And we'll pull out a single copper piece.
I'm gonna take you back to the bookseller and you can have this conversation, all right?
Okay.
Right, now where's the... Oh, no. Kira is gone. This is happening next to the three of you having this other conversation as well.
Can I take off and land on Klimt's head?
Yes, we can.
Just like talons into the fur, squat down. Just look up.
Would you mind hopping off?
So is he being like crushed by someone and then oh god.
This is how Klimt dies. No, can you try and waft you off, Archie?
Just lean back. Huh?
Look, I need to take this one back to that stall over there.
Where?
Over there. We'll point Klimt's head in the right direction so you can see back to this bookstore where Klimt was just at.
But this one could be the one.
Listen, mate, I'm not down for all this mumbo jumbo. Like,
Can I look at him quickly? Put him on the ground. Let me look.
No, I'm going to keep going. He walks back.
The whole time I'm trying to convince him, but I'm good to go.
If the Cyclops starts to leave, we'll be, excuse me, sorry. Is there some trouble here? That small beaver seemed to be in distress.
Nothing at all. Just look at the beans.
Okay.
He stole that book he's holding.
Oh,
I stole no such thing. I'd like to discard the book.
Just drops from the Cyclops' hand.
It's currently inside its hand. I will allow a sleight of hand check, of course.
Thank you. You're too kind. That's an 18 plus 4 for a 22.
Oi, didn't you say that this one took your book? Hey, he did, prick. This comes from the back over there.
I'm afraid I don't even recognize you.
He's gonna turn Klimt upside down and just start shaking. Where's the book?
I latch on with my talons.
Oh, that's a good one. Upside down.
Where is it?
Me? What book are you talking about?
Are you sure? Of course I'm sure it was... Okay, well, I'll take another look.
There's plenty of awakened beavers around here, and I don't think you should go making assumptions about us based on the way we're dressed.
It might be an absolute understanding. I do apologise. Puts down. In the meantime, from behind... Where's my fucking rings? This comes up from this goblin's coming up and shouting. Can you sort this? All right. Start lumbering off and leave the four of you, and just has to go and deal with something else. The four of you are left. But Kira is long gone.
Pleasure to meet you all. The name's Klimt. I'm looking for trinkets for my brother, who may or may not be dead, but I'd like him to come home anyway.
Oh my goodness, you poor thing. I'm so sorry about your brother.
Oh, you're too kind. What are your names?
I'm Judith. Nice to meet you.
You're a kind one. And you?
My name is Edric. Nice to meet you.
Edric? Judith, and you I know personally, but I don't know your name.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I just like lean forward.
All of my fur and your talents.
I shall release your head from my grasp and attempt to flap back onto Judith's arm, which is a safe perch. Archie, I'm also looking for your brother. Maybe. I don't know.
Have you seen him?
No.
Okay, well that's not very handy. Just as one question, the three of you, have you been here before? Because I'm looking for a really specific gift, and I'm struggling, and I've not got much money, and I assumed it would be cheaper than it is, but
he's got gifts.
Turns out.
And I'll point my head towards Edric.
No, but
lots of gifts.
On my way to a really expensive and exclusive gift shop. Maybe they have what you're looking for.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not going to be for me. This is all I was given. And he'll reach into his pocket and pull out a button, some lint, and 3 copper pieces. I'm afraid I came woefully unprepared, considering the outrageous inflation we're experiencing at the moment in Beirut.
I never implied that we had to pay for it. Like, if we find the other one, maybe they can get it for us.
Did the book fall nearby?
Yes,
Did
the
any of
book's
us see the book? Okay. I think I
With a 22, no, none of you saw the book.
Gone.
Apart from Klimt. Klimt might know where Beans the magical fruit is.
Fair enough. Yeah, I only have a passive perception of 12.
Exactly.
That. Fair enough.
Kira, where would you have run? What are you looking for? Somewhere dark to hide away and eat all the rings? What are you looking for in terms of... Are you looking for somewhere to hide? Somewhere to...
Digest them.
So
My sack is moving. Wait a minute.
If there's anything shiny in there.
A lot of shinies, baby.
All right. Kira's head pokes out of Edric's sack.
When did you get there?
What?
Gorgeous. Love it.
You covered it in like glitter because there is like bubbles for the
shinies.
trees and some like shinies that are not shinies that maybe made of plastic. It's just like, but you all covered it.
Would you try and eat one of the baubles? That's the question.
Yes, like mouth half full of glass bauble. I am the shiniest shiny of all.
So you've eaten a glass bauble from a con save.
Okay.
There's going to be a high DC on this one.
Ooh, that was a nat 20 for a 24.
Somehow, this goblin has consumed glass and is fine. It's eaten silver and glass and is totally fine. No issue.
I don't know who you are, but you are just my new best friend.
Kira does not need friends. Kira needs shinies.
I have shinies, but
You
I'm
do.
still missing gifts. I need you so I can get them. And this fella also needs some help.
You Beans, shiny beans.
Yeah.
Who is big person?
Who's the big? That's Elric.
Edric. Nice to meet you.
Edric. He knows their way around, but
Other
What?
big person. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Judith. I was just about to say, Clint, if you're having trouble, I'm sure I have a little money left over. If we need to find a present for your brother, I'm sure I can help you with that.
Oh, you're too kind. How would I, a humble beaver, ever repay you, the kindest person I've met in the last half an hour?
Oh, no, you wouldn't need to. I sometimes do a shift at the local coffee shop to save up pennies for, charitable causes like this, so it's fine.
Do you ever
Thank you.
buy something nice for you?
Oh, I don't need anything. I'm fine.
Oh, girl.
Are you moving in the general direction of this stall that Edric is looking for that sells luxury items? The Cyclops will be stomping back past you, Kira. If you want to sort of go back inside the bag, I will allow no more required. There is clearly still they're on the hunt for the thief, so do be cautious around that. But you can be making your way through the market. There are various stalls selling a variety of things. I know you're targeting one specifically, Edric, which you're heading towards, which is fine. But on the way, there are plenty of stalls selling, I don't know, various lovely sausages and mulled drinks of various varieties if you fancy treating your new friends.
Chimney bread?
Sure.
What?
Chimney bread is like
bread.
a roll.
I
Yeah.
thought you said breath. I was like,
Chimney breath, or smoker's dreams.
It's like dragon's breath, but yes.
doesn't sound really appetizing, but breath, sure.
Sounds
Yeah,
great.
I will have bought hot chocolates for everyone.
With a bit of extra zhuzh or just hot chocolates?
Maybe for Edric. I don't know if the others are old enough, I'll be honest.
I'm just a baby.
Archie's days old, as confirmed. Kira's probably in their mid-50s. So
Kira could be anywhere from 6 to 60. It's completely unclear.
those lines might just be silver poisoning. Good, right. Well, if you all walk forward, and as you do start to have maybe those first moments of enjoyment of a Christmas market, of the warming of the warm drinks that you're having, and also some of the extra concoctions stirred in there. Maybe some nice food to eat. Is everyone consuming?
Yes.
We throw up a silver coin and take a sausage and just nibble on it.
Great.
And I just want to establish this will be raising my metabolic rate as all rodents. Chocolate's not poisonous for them. It's actually exhilarating and can extend their lifespan.
Definitely in
had to check that one before I drank.
Have we role-played our way into a con bonus for Clint?
How have we quickly researched our way into some temporary hit points?
You've all rolled your way into a con save. I'll give you that.
That's not my first
Okie dokie.
Wait, is
You'll
that
find out.
that's serious?
It's just hot chocolate,
Oh, no.
right?
That's an 11.
Mm-hmm.
The
I think
13.
my new dice is blessed. I've got 19.
Cool.
9.
11.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those that are eating meat products, they don't taste very good. Like, not so much like, oh, there's something like off about them. Not that. Just the quality's really poor. Like those of you who've been to this Christmas market before, something about them's just a bit. Like the meat's a bit grey.
I'm just going to grab the end of the sausage and go, yeah, humid food, horrible. Just a little, like slingshot away.
Kira will see you do that and say, "Yeah, bad sausage," and throw it in the exact same direction with a lot of gusto.
An old biddy's walking past you and just gets an oh, and goes flying.
It doesn't, because my mage hand will catch the first one, but not expect the second one.
Those of you that are drinking, the hot drink is lovely, but there's almost like an oil-like film on top of it, so that something about it is a bit broth-like. It's not what you're used to. Shame for the amount of money that it cost.
How the stall where we
There's many stalls serving food and drink around these spaces, and they all look to be various different branded companies, pubs from around the area, that sort of thing.
This is just me asking, not Kira, but are there any food hygiene ratings on display?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no. It's the Renaissance. No, but yes. Yeah. The Food Standards Authority has given this one a 4. No.
Sorry, Judith. This is awful. Shall we ask for a refund?
Oh no, I wouldn't want to make them feel bad. Maybe it's just an off batch.
I mean,
They work really hard, Edric.
It doesn't seem like.
But this is the only time they make their money all year. You know, this is the best time for their profits, and oh gosh, I'd feel awful if we made them lose out.
Okay, while
it's not that bad.
While Judith is soliloquizing about how tough it is to be a retail worker, Kira will climb out of the sack and go and demand a refund and just kind of tug and just look very stern.
Yes, hello.
Food was bad. We need refund now.
I'm so sorry. Sure. How many was it?
1, 2, 7, 10, 28.
Okay, she'll turn around and hand you 5, the equivalent of 5 gold, which is what was spent.
Thank you. Merry winter time thing.
Yes.
May you have many shinies.
Yes, Mary Wintershield, I'm so sorry.
And I just kind of turn tail and just kind of slam the coins back on the table.
It's like one of those tall tables that you all stand around. Yeah, definitely.
A tall table that only Edric and I can see the top of.
Because halflings and gnomes exist in this world, there would be more need for stands. So there would be lots of little stands you could stand on to sit at these tables. Yes.
Just for background context, Klimt will be consuming the table.
You know what? I'll join you and consume a coin.
Does Kira have pica? What the fuck is going on? Okay, right. Yeah,
I think just decided to handle the situation with more alcohol.
Yeah, the server is looking over at you all, and if you look back, will just sort of smile politely in an apologetic way, and then get back to doing stuff.
Did you get it? Did they not put up a fuss? They just gave you the money back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
A backbone.
Huh.
Maybe I can get you one.
I have one. Thank you.
Or maybe you should act like it. Or people are just going to walk all over you.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
I'm restraining myself from taking advantage of you right now. No, that sounds wrong. Nope. That was really bad phrasing. Sorry.
It's all right.
Can I have a backbone?
What is a backbone?
What is a backbone?
It's a Disney song waiting to happen, apparently, with a talking owl and
a beaver chewing on a table.
A beaver chewing on a table.
That's your percussion.
While Kira is admonishing Judith will be picking up, let's face it, her money that was spent.
Sure.
Minus 1 coin, yeah.
Minus 1 coin that's already been eaten, yeah.
But she won't say anything about that.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. If you don't say anything, the person running the store will just keep serving people and won't look over again. You're welcome to take whatever you want of the frankly pretty nasty food you've been given and move on to this rather expensive stall if you like, Edric, or there's all sorts of things to do in the market if you want to explore a bit more as well. It's entirely up to you.
Before we leave, I'm gonna take my axe and take off a chunk of wood for little Klimt.
Oh, I see, it's a nibbling thing. Cute. Okay.
Like a popsicle thing.
Very confusing. Sometimes he's mean, sometimes he's nice. Just whisper to Judith.
Are you heading to the very expensive store?
I'd just like to ask a question. Do any of you know where I can buy an egg?
If you wait long enough.
Really, Archie?
I'll be the judge of that.
All his feathers just... It's a kitchen. Many places to buy eggs.
It's just something I've always wanted to try.
Like a raw egg or a cooked egg? Fried egg,
to be honest,
scrambled egg?
I don't entirely understand the difference.
Oh boy. And Edric starts like lecturing like, you can do this with an egg and this and this and this, and if you add a little bit of milk, it got stuffy.
Hey, turns out Edric's an egg enthusiast. That's just a thing. So.
Egg aficionado.
And this conversation
Egg
continues
aficionado.
as you head towards the very, very posh stall. This stall is large and it's almost a tent. It has a awning, a marquee that comes out the front. And inside, if you step in, this is high quality Christmas tat. So it's still tat, but it's nicely made tat. So it probably has, it's expensive, it's overly expensive, like it's ludicrously expensive, but you can easily make your way through and look around. Edric, have you been here before?
And I don't think so. I was just told that I can get what I'm missing there.
Cool. There's a person behind the counter watching you all as you step in, and their smile is awful. It's rictus, it's too broad, it's too wide, but it's also got the slight sootiness of someone who is, everyone is beneath them. But they just stand there with this awful rictus smile as you walk in. Welcome, please. Peruse the wares.
Thank you. So I came a couple of days ago to buy a goblin figure, and it's a little bit defective.
You did.
So can I return it and get a new one, or change it for some other stuff?
You want to return something?
Yes, it's effective.
It's not very much in the holiday spirit, is it?
Well, it depends, because if you want me to be happy, then you will attend to my requests.
I do. Do you have the item? Let's have a look.
Yes, so I open the bag and I say, stay really quiet. Don't move. And I take Kira as if it was like a figure.
All right. Kira, can you roll me a performance check? And Edric, I will allow that you can help with this if you sell it.
Do you know those things that you never think you have to prepare for as a DM?
Yeah.
Performance. I got a 15.
Well, that's not very good, is it?
Chris, can I, through the medium of percussion driven by the consumption of wood, give inspiration bardic inspiration to Kira Kira, please.
I mean, it is a thing your character
This
can
was
do.
meant to be prior to the roll. I just didn't jump in fast enough.
I'm not going to be difficult about it, Sam. By all means, go ahead.
Okay. In the background, almost less inspiring you and more distracting this poor person not selling, attempting to not give a refund. You can just hear, like, really grating chewing on that piece of wood that was gifted by Edric.
Like a sort of like a weird percussive rasp.
Yep.
I'll take it. Sure. Please add D6 in it.
D6. Yeah.
D6. Okay. That was a 6.
21.
21.
So look at this. Do you think this is the gift that a child wants? Look at this. Look at the clothing. This quality of fabric is awful, and you see it's all dirty. Like, and I pull one of the lips. You see all this glass? It seems like you throw it on top of a box of bubbles, and then you just give it to me. What kind of customer service is that? I want to talk to your manager.
I sold you this.
Yes.
I mean, it's possible. It's a strange thing to have sold you, but looks up and down over. Let me go and check the stock list, see if life-size goblin statue is on it, because...
Look, if it's out of stock, that's fine. Just take this one to the back and just give me something else.
I just reach out to pick up the statue. We'll sling it over. We'll sling it up onto her shoulder because it's big, and we'll just turn around and go. Give me a second, please. You will all note that this person is rather young and rather slight, but this seems like no effort to them. They will turn around and head out through a back flap, and the four of you are left in here, unobserved.
I'd like to look for trinkets.
I don't think that was a very good idea.
It's all trinkets, Sam. Everything in here is a trinket.
I'd like to look for specific
creepy.
breakfast-based trinkets. Sorry, Johnny.
Breakfast-based trinkets. Well, there's bacon trinkets and there's egg trinkets.
and one question, is this the kind of place that shabbily upcycles things? For example, a tin can? Because if so, I'm there.
Sam, if you're looking for shabby upcycling, you need a store run by a hipster. This is not that. This is a brand outlet for awful. This is I love London t-shirts, mate. Right. This is
yep, and this is not distracting from what Archie was about to say. This is just rummaging around the store, frantically chewing on that piece of wood, but also looking, hopefully, for things that may be sensible gifts for a potentially deceased
You are
sibling.
welcome to rummage. There appears to be no one here looking out for you, so you have free reign, if you will.
I think I would have been looking beforehand whilst the conversation was happening, so not properly paying attention to it. Otherwise, I think Judith would have killjoyed that whole thing. So she has been very focusedly looking for gifts for this beaver that may or may not live, that she has never met.
Sure.
And then notices that Kira Kira has been taken away. It's probably like holding a pine cone that's just been rolled in glitter or something.
Mm-hmm.
I take it from your hand. Thank you.
The pine cone it's been rolled in glitter, and then someone has daubed it slightly just to make it look more expensive than what it is, just a pine cone that's been rolled in glitter. So yeah. And put a little hook on top, so it's now a Christmas tree ornament. I mean, a winter shield tree ornament. There you go. Good, right?
Do you think Kira Kira is going to be okay?
I think she's very capable.
What if they get caught?
They're already caught.
Speaking of which,
you can't get much more caught than that.
Kira, you are taken through this flap, and behind it is dimly lit, and there's boxes upon boxes of stuff, and you will be carried through by this person who will place you. Will look at you. Still the rictus grin. It hasn't changed, and it's still there. At which point, the rictus grin will... I'm going to try and do the face. It's going to be very hard.
Turn into an anus?
It will go back and forth in sort of like a sort of rounded circle and big wide thing.
Oh, it's doing banana prune.
Exactly.
The warm-up exercise.
Warm exercise for theatre, yes. At which point it will turn and walk, but walk weirdly. Like there's a sort of almost like swaying back and forthness to it that doesn't quite look right. And he'll move towards a further back flap, which he will push aside to go inside. Just beyond that back flap, you can see blood everywhere. There's a corpse on the floor. It's been partially consumed.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell from the quick look that you get that the face of the corpse on the floor and the face of the guy that just walked through and the flap fell shut are the same. You are currently left alone in this slightly darkened storeroom. What would you like to do?
I would like to... Well, firstly, is there anything shiny in this room?
Not much lights, not much for the things to shine off. Most things are in boxes anyway.
I will look around, note the lack of shiny, note the skin man, and book it back to the main...
The skin man! Do you turn around and head back out of the back onto the shop floor?
Very quickly.
Cool. Let me just do a quick roll. Actually, roll me a it's a dexterity check because it's initiative basically.
Okay. Oh, I dropped that. Dice.
Sorry, what?
Don't worry, Sam. It's not initiative. It's to see who goes first.
Okay. So I rolled a 17 when I dropped it, so that's a dirty 20.
As you turn and move out, you hear movement behind you, but you manage to pass through the flap before anything else happens.
I would like to attach myself to Edric's leg and just say, that wasn't his skin.
I will discreetly put the sack on the floor.
I climb into the sack into safety.
Ooh, whose skin was it?
You're okay.
And we're still alone, right? So the people, that person hasn't come back.
Not yet, no.
You know what they say about customer service? If you work a lot on it, you become a horrible person. I think we need to leave before...
The flap opens and the figure steps out again.
Cheese it!
Oh, but we've not paid for this pine cone.
It's mine now. I fly out the door.
Are you running? Are you just going?
Actually, no.
I'm walking.
We don't sell life-size goblin statues. I've checked.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's in next door shop.
Oh. The figure will start walking out from right behind the counter. Walking normally, but if you look closely, it's clearly an effort. Your statue's also gone.
So, you sold me something that... I gave you something that I didn't buy here, and you lose it?
It appears so. Whatever will I do?
How am I gonna return it to the right place? Tell me.
What a crisis you're in. I tell you what. Why don't you come into the back and sit down? And then we can sort this all out.
My mother always said, don't go in the back with strangers, unless they have paid first. So I don't think this transaction is going to happen. And I'm going to take the sack and start running out.
You're going to run?
Yes.
Is everyone else already run? Are you already gone, or are you watching this unfold?
Klimt is still looking for breakfast-based trinkets inside the shop. And isn't entirely aware of what's happening at the moment.
Oh boy,
Archie. Did Archie actually leave?
No, Archie would be talons in your shirt. Or what? What are you wearing? Is it like a jerkin, a dress?
Yeah, she's got a jacket.
Yeah, I'll be trying to like flap. Like obviously I've still got the scarf on, so I can't get full movement on my wings. So I'm just trying to like really smallly flap like a penguin, trying to pull you towards the door.
Archie, hold on, and we'll try and scoop Klimt as we go past.
Are you
trying to go?
And are you trying to leave?
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to say Kira has cut little leg holes in the bottom of the sack and is cheesing it.
Okay. Once again, can I have dexterity checks from everyone, which is effectively initiative?
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
7.
Also 7.
4, 10. The 2 7s, what are your dex mods?
3.
Right. Klimt, you are being pulled away from breakfast trinkets, although you didn't find any. You were looking over some. You were looking over some. Damn it! Something that looks like beans but isn't beans.
Chickpeas.
Chickpeas. There was some silver cast chickpeas which weren't quite right. But maybe they work. Maybe you were thinking, and then suddenly Judith is going, "We should go now." And you look up, and this figure is standing, not aggressively, just standing next to Edric with a horrible smile. And Judith is trying to chivvy you out. Archie's dragging on Judith's arm, and you can see that Kira just cutting leg holes in the bottom of the sack, ready to poke. Like maybe one leg is poking out, and the other he's just really ready to get on that and run. You can see that's about to happen. At that moment, what would you like to do? Count it as a turn in combat, but you don't need to hit anybody.
So Klimt is not entirely aware of what's happening, and resultantly, Judith, we're so close, and like when a baby is like reaching out for something that it's trying to grab, like reaching out towards these trinkets, and then we'll turn towards the shopkeeper. I was just wondering, I'm just looking for breakfast-based trinkets. Are they over there? And we'll point towards the leguminous, the box of leguminous.
The leguminous aisle.
Yeah. And that's the turn. Unless I'm getting a response from the shopkeeper, in which case.
Everything you want is in this store.
Amazing. Judith, did you hear?
I'm not sure that's true. I think there's lots of other shops out there, Klimt. I think maybe we should browse before we buy.
But I was in the middle of browsing here.
But don't you want to find the perfect gift? You've not checked every other store yet.
Is that your brother outside?
Hey! He's gone. He is now trying to like throw himself out of Judith's arms, out of the shop.
Are you trying to leave the shop by way of the marquise? There's a marquise opening. Again, it's a flap. You can pass through it if you run for it.
My understanding was that Judith had kind of picked me up, and resultantly it's like a puppy that's trying to wriggle out of a hug that it wants to be in deep down, but it right now is distracted.
Judith, with a 10, you are quote unquote next. Would you move outside with Klimt and Archie and just vacate the premises?
Yeah, I'm scooting.
Why are you scooting?
This is a very. This person is making me uncomfortable, and I wasn't sure exactly what Kira was saying about skin, and I
wasn't sure what she was saying about skin.
Archie was also like, "It's time to leave." So I think, it's time to go.
As you pass through the flat, leaving your friends behind, outside everything appears to be normal.
Great, good. We'll look for a space to move to.
Yeah, you can just step out.
This isn't full panic. I know this person is going to eat us running away. This is just it's time to leave and look somewhere else. But are the others following?
Sure. As you turn back to see if the others are following, because it goes after you but before this lot, Archie luckily came with you. If you reach out to touch the flap, it's not there. Your hand moves forward, it's an illusion, there's nothing there.
What? So I can just walk out?
You've already passed through. This is trying to pass back inside. You can't. You can't look back inside.
Oh. Edric? Kira? It's time to go now.
You are looking at this figure who is looking at you. Well, looking at you, Edric doesn't really know Kira's there. Assumes Kira is a statue.
With waggly legs.
Look, if you come into the back room, I'm sure we can sort this all out and come to some kind of understanding. Please. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
No, wow. Big money, big money, big money. 15.
What would 15 points of psychic damage do to you?
We're level 1, Chris.
Yeah.
Gone.
Melt your brain.
You stand there and suddenly there's a ringing in your ears, and Kira, you can feel Edric tense and stiffen up. I presume that you're going to cut your leg holes and run.
Yes.
Blind.
Can you see? Do you poke your head out the top of the sack so it's head, sack, legs?
If I can, while not losing any time on my running.
Is the sack cotton or burlap? Because burlap has holes.
Burlap. Definitely burlap. Otherwise, it's not Christmassy enough. So, Kira, as you poke your legs out and just leap off the back and run, do you turn around and look back?
Yes.
Edric is stood there. You can only see this from the back. The person's grin will intensify, and their mouth stretches out across their face, and their entire face opens up. Like the mouth of a toothed fang of a worm, if you will.
Oh, God.
The face of the person is largely gone as the illusion starts to fade away, as this worm-like head just goes up and over Edric's head and just starts to clamp down around the head and neck. Edric, don't worry, you're already dead.
Well, my question is, was I safe?
Yeah.
Good.
So the worm is now just making its way down the body, one would assume.
It's reached the neck.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So I'm picturing you've got Edric like a statue, and then the worm is like a wacky inflatable flailing tube person, just clamped on the top that's just flopped over.
Just a lot worse, yeah.
Trying to make it as nice as possible.
Kira, what do you do? Kira, what do you do in this situation, seeing this? Because it is your turn now.
I see it. I mutter very quietly, "It's every goblin for herself," as I just book it. I just go.
As you run towards the flat front, you bounce off some kind of invisible force field.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay. Is anyone else still in here with me?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to... Can the thing see me at the moment?
It doesn't appear to have eyes. As you're taking your time on this, it will start doing this sort of horrible undulation, trying to suckle its way down the body to get more of it in. But it appears to notice that something is off. Worms can sense tremors. And as it does, there'll be a horrible, wet, popping, crushing sound as it pulls itself back up over Edric. As it does, it will just snap the head clean off as it goes.
I would like to try and strike my figurine pose as best I can.
Edric's body, now headless, just collapses to the ground as the head is pulled off with
Just the head.
Just the head. Edric, if your ghost would like to appear at any point, you're welcome to describe how that looks.
So, Edric appears just behind.
Don't forget that no one can see it. Only people who can see it are the audience and other ghosts.
Appears behind the single left can of luxurious golden beans, just in the right top shelf. And I think this is, and Edric is holding his head with his hand. Like, oh, look at this!
Yes, you can see where the can is. Amazing, love it.
He was never going to find it, of course. I think I put it back like if I were talking to myself, and then I put it back, and so I imagine that Edric body went like up front, so that that ass. That's it.
Kira, from your perspective, this creature, and now that it has shrugged off this need for pretending to be a human, it's got 6 legs like an insect or an ant, but they all end in hooves. So it's kind of like a fucked up worm horse.
A horse?
A what?
A horse?
Was it a war horse? No, this is not war horse.
No, a worm and a horse.
It's not the war horse I saw. Come back, Huey. Is now standing in the middle of this space, and it moves its head around in this weird back and forth sway that's got a certain sense of smelling, sniffing out, but it doesn't make any noise. It's gaping sharp more, and its teeth, they're not sharp outwards, they're sharp inwards, like it's designed to latch and pull. And it is just swaying back and forth. And then walking from the back is another humanoid figure. Put your disguise back on. What are you doing? And the other one, still humanoid, still at the screen, just goes. They appear to be having some kind of conversation. You don't speak deep speech, do you?
Nope. I barely speak common.
Okay. They appear to be having some kind of conversation. Neither of them look at you because if you are standing still.
I am a statue.
Roll a performance check.
Yep. Come on, lucky dice. My lucky dice have not let me down. Okay, that's a 19 on the dice, and then it's a +5. That's a 24.
You can hold your pose.
Oh no, okay.
Can you slow your heartbeat, though?
Oh.
They're both now... Damn it, hang on. They're talking to each other and they're both starting to move. Like the humanoid one clearly can't see shit, but they're both moving around the space a little bit. You reckon you've probably got them confused, but you're not sure you got them there. Judith, Klimt, Archie, you're all outside and you now can't step back in. It's very strange.
But the tent is still there, right?
It's still there.
Can we see inside, or is it the flaps are closed and they just...
Anytime you try and move into the tent or pass a hand towards where it is, it's like there's an illusion. You can't see inside and you can't move inside. Like, you think you might be able, if you just step through the illusion, you might get inside, but you don't know.
Okay.
I go for another hot chocolate. That could have gone... It's a bit weird, wasn't it? So glad nothing bad happened. They'll finish shopping and they'll be out.
Yeah, we've got to find my brother. And Chris, quick rulesy question: is everything inside that tent within 30 feet of us, or yes, such that the people inside would be within 30 feet, even though we can't get to them?
Can't see him, mate.
Let me carry on anticing, and I will.
There's the rules conversation. Can't see him, mate. Go on.
I don't know if I need telepathy. Do you have to be able to see the target?
Very interesting. What does it say? The feat?
Built-in feat as a result of the basis which I used for making a
because you're Ghostwise. Let's check the rules on Ghostwise. Why not? Why not? It's always nice when things devolve into rules conversations.
Sorry, Chris.
No, I genuinely mean that. I like when things... It's good to know how the rules work. Ghostwise Halflings, which is from a completely different setting even, but okay, let's have a look.
Ghostwise Beaver, but yes.
You can speak telepathically to any creature within 30 feet of you. The creature understands you only if the two of you share a language. You can speak telepathically in this way to one creature at a time. It says nothing about seeing them. Yeah. You can telepathically
We'd like
to Kira.
I'd like to go for Edric, please. Because I feel like I knew Edric better. I was just wondering if you're coming to meet my brother with me, if you're done shopping. When you come out of the back of the shop, if we're just hanging about. We'll probably get some hot chocolate and wait for you and Kira to be done.
There is no reply.
Cool. Okay, I assume you heard me, and we'll see you in a bit.
Wow. Okay. Judith, are you happy to just wait with the others and hope they don't come out? You realise there's weird magic afoot, but you don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, I think there's something strange with this tent. You can go on if you like. I think we ought to check though, just in case they did want to come for more of those awful hot chocolates. Maybe we'll find somewhere else to get a drink this time.
Even if I wanted to go anywhere, I don't have any money, and you do, so I feel somewhat obliged to spend time with you.
Just wait here. I won't be a second.
Okie dokie.
We'll stick my head through the tent.
You pass. It's an illusion. You recognise you're going to pass your head into a magical illusion, and as you do, you pass your head in, and it's all swimmy and cloudy. You're not sure what you're experiencing, but you can't see through it. Kira, you will hear Judith very muffled, but you will hear the sound of Judith's voice where the door was in a very, very muffled sense. Judith, do you want to press on through the illusion, or what do you want to do?
We'll pull my head out. You know what? There's something really not right here. Actually.
Really wrong.
Yes. I hope they're not in danger.
There are people around you who have started to notice that the three of you are in something of distress.
I could find the Cyclops.
Yeah, are there any officials nearby?
There's people in the official outfits, sure.
Caca!
Sorry, is everything all right?
You're an owl.
I know. It's a warning sign.
One of the figures walking past, who an elf, just walks past and goes, sorry, is everything all right? You look, what's wrong?
Our friends are in this tent, but there's something strange. There's some kind of illusion, magic. We literally just left. The person manning it was a little, oh, look, I don't want to be too judgmental. They're just a bit creepy.
You've lost a friend. Happens all the time in the carnival. It's so busy, so many people. I'm going to just poke my head and see what I can do about it for you, and see if I can help the situation. Okay? All right.
Okay, thank you so much. You're right in.
They're called Edric and Kira.
No problem. Thank you. They will step into the illusion and go, oh, an illusion, how quaint. And we'll just walk straight through it and be walking into the space. Kira,
was so nice.
Still the pose. And as these two strange creatures are, one still very much in humanoid form, are walking around this space, you'll suddenly hear an, like someone banging on glass. Excuse me. There are people outside who seem to have lost some friends of theirs. Hello? One will turn to the other. And the one that looks like a worm at the moment will start to pull itself together in this really awful, the world's worst concertina. And will just pull itself into a more humanoid form, and then an illusion will sort of the person that was there wink in, and then it will go and will turn into an illusion of Edric.
I look better than that.
You do, because it's you with a rictus grin. You will all note the magic of the illusion will fade as you see the elf again, and as the flap becomes open and steps inside.
If it comes open, can I run through?
You just make a run for it, you just dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the others, excuse me, you just go running past and go shooting out, and you can see the two figures, all of you looking inside, just look a bit like... Bit sad for a second, but Kira, you have run, and the three of you are there with the Elven Guard looking in on this situation.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
Kira, as you leave the shop, are you just pegging it into the middle distance? Are you just running like nope?
Kinda, if I can grab anyone from the party and try and bring them, I will.
I will say that Judith appears to somehow be the linchpin, so...
Have Owl and Beaver will travel.
Arm is grabbed and just you hear it, run now or we die. Run.
Oh, but where's Edric? Is he okay?
Edric is dead. Edric is no more. There is no more Edric.
Oh, jeez.
As the four of you go, do you want to choose where you go? Do you want to roll a dice and go somewhere random?
Roll a dice!
Roll a dice.
One of you roll a d6 and decide amongst yourselves before you start rolling.
Kira, because Kira is dragging.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 1.
Go back to the shop.
Do a quick loop. Oh no! Okay. Kira, as you run and drag the others with you, you are finding yourselves running towards this, it looks like an attraction from a Halloween market that's sort of been stuck around. It's a haunted minecart, but there is a look to it that's like someone's made a vague effort to dress it in tinsel. Like, it is like there's a queue of people waiting to go inside. You can run towards that. There's a back door you could try and scale into. As you go, what are your passive perceptions, the four of you that are still alive?
11.
12.
13.
13?
14, but I would also like to point out my passive investigation is 7.
Oh, I lied. It's 11.
Irrelevant for hearing. Kira, as you go, you hear the elf stepping inside and you hear the following. What is going on? Oh my... As you run past. And then looks inside and goes, you two, what have I told you? And then says, in what you assume is also deep speech, you just hear the elf starting to speak in deep speech as the four of you run. Just so you know.
Oh. Tom.
I'm so glad I didn't hear that.
Archie, you were saying you saw my brother.
No.
As a look.
Where can we go? We need to tell people.
That looks safe.
Are you trying to go in the back door where it would probably be quite dark and a chance to find somewhere to sit and get out the way? Or are you joining the queue? Or are you just bowling past the queue? Like, it's up to you what you do.
Archie's not British. We're queuing for him.
100% we're queuing.
Oh, we're queuing.
We're trying to blend in and look for my brother.
I feel like we stop. Kira just kind of tugs at Judith and just and points to the cart with tinsel on it, goes, shiny.
No, you need to tell us what happened. We can deal with shinies
How
later.
did he die?
The man who didn't have skin that wasn't his took off the skin and gave him a nom.
I'm sorry, he did what?
Gave him food.
Gave him a nom. You know how...
Was it poisoned?
Like this. And I take a ring from my pocket and swallow it.
Oh, gosh. Well, we definitely need to... Do we think the authorities know? We ought to let someone else know. Maybe we could... Oh, this queue is very long. We'll just sort of try to look for the attendant at the front of this queue.
The queue's not actually that long. There is a queue, but it's not hugely long. Most people here are not here to queue for a weird amusement park ride. But in front of you, the people ahead of you, this tinsel-laden minecart, a group of about 5 or 6 rather leery-looking lads who are drinking and get into one of these carts, which rolls off, and you are now at the front of the queue. And there's a figure there in the red and green once more, this time a halfling, who looks at you all. Hello, is it 1 for 4?
Yes, but also
No.
But also no, there seemed to be something very wrong with the people running the trinket stall over there. Do you know them? Do you know anything about them?
Oh no. Oh, okay. I'll go talk to someone, but please do get on the ride if you like. It's a lovely way to pass the time. Yes. Hello.
Are we going to die if we get on the ride?
No, it's just for fun.
Do you promise?
Insight check.
Could I
It's a
assist
flat
Judith?
roll.
Yeah. You can all have advantage. You can use Edric, you can give him disadvantage if you wanted to.
Can I? No, I think I'm just watching.
Just watching it with your head under your arm, just watching it.
Judith continues to be perfectly average with a flat roll of 10.
Even with advantage?
Yeah.
21 for Archie.
Were you giving advantage or were you rolling?
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, sorry. No, ignore my roll. I got confused.
I don't want to take your 21 away from you.
No,
That seems cool.
Archie is new to this, but instincts are very much still untrustworthy right now.
Go on, Kira. You have your hand raised. What's up?
You've got 24.
There we go. Judith, yours like, it's probably fine.
Ooh.
Yes, Klimt.
Have you seen a beaver running around?
Not this one.
Smile.
No, not recently.
Okay.
Kira, what you get from this figure is less of an, oh my god, someone's died, and more of a, oh no, not again.
That's not what I was rolling insight on.
Oh, I'm sorry, what are you rolling insight on?
Are we going to die if we go on this ride?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, that's fine then.
And the halfling will look at you and go, I'll go and get someone, but if you want to go on the ride in the meantime, just so you can be out of the way. Seems like a good
What if
idea.
something goes wrong while you're not here?
Oh, there's plenty of us, don't worry, we'll work it out. It's fine, don't worry, just as a card ominously rolls back into place, no one in it, and goes, here you go, I'll be here when you get back and we'll sort it out, it'll be fine.
I don't trust you.
I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention at all. Do you want me to get my supervisor?
No. No one else.
Yes, actually, maybe that would be helpful.
Okay, he'll be here too when you get back, okay?
Klimt at this point is pulling on Judith's sleeve. Judy!
Yes?
What if my brother's inside?
Oh, I don't know, Klimt. Maybe we ought
He
to...
might be.
Well, what harm can a little ride do while we wait for the authorities? Come on, Klimt.
Kira, while going into the shiny, has also taken out their mace and is just looking around just in case. If there are any signs that say no weapons on board, can't read it.
There aren't any, because no one expects you to bring weapons onto an amusement park ride, but hey. As the four of you get into the cart, the door closes. This cart is rather spacious. It's designed it can seat at least 10, but the four of you seat in this one. It's clearly for different groups, and it starts trundling along a track as you disappear into darkness.
Can I be on the back of it? So I'm not sitting in any of the seats. I'm like, imagining it's like a little rail or something. At the back, I'm just hunkered down on with my little talons at the back, just like shaking, like, oh.
Is there seat belts?
No. I'll say one of the seats has a seatbelt in case of, I don't know, someone wants a seatbelt. Go ahead, Ellie. Yes, one of the seats has a seatbelt. Why not? Why not, indeed?
Is Edric's ghost sitting in the seat with the seatbelt? Safety first.
Actually, so Edric's ghost body is next to it, but the head is fastened with a seatbelt.
None of you can see this, sadly.
The ghost version of the seatbelt.
Sure. As the minecart trundles into the darkness, you hear a really, like, it's magical, but it's almost, it's not very good magic, it's tinny. This sort of dun 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 music, like horror music playing as it runs through.
Bond?
Sorry?
James Bond theme tune?
Was it? I didn't do that. Wow, okay. Dun dun dun.
Somebody gets shot.
And as it trundles along, a very poor voiceover artist steps in and goes, "Many things scare many people, but what is it that you fear the most?" Answer now.
Death!
You fear death. You fear, when it's the recording was like, you fear, and then it's Archie's voice, death! Like a really, really cheap version of that. And out of the darkness, the cart is slowly trundling through like a sort of haunted house style setup and moving very slowly. A figure will lean out, looking very much like a stereotypical Grim Reaper, and will just lean over all of you and go, ooh. And it will lean back again, and you can see as you go, it's animatronic. Like this is like it's got like a hand that's going like with a side over the top of the cart and doing a very poor job of it.
Can I wave at it with my spare hand?
Can you what?
Wave with my spare hand.
It doesn't react. Sorry, Sam, what were you saying?
I was about to say, like, just it's not like a Warforged who's just been like had his feet glued in place.
No, this is clearly animatronic. This is clearly not as advanced as a Warforged, please. And as the cart trundles along, it'll go, what one of you fears death as it plays Archie's clip again. But what do others of you fear?
Loneliness at Christmas.
You fear loneliness at Christmas plays up again. And another animatronic leans out of a wall, and this time it's like it's just a person holding a plate with like a sandwich that's clearly a turkey sandwich on it, and it's holding it, looking rather morose as the Corrie theme plays, I guess. As it leans out of the wall, looks at you all and goes, "Aww." And again, it's still animatronic.
I assume it's swinging the plate like a scythe. It's the same animation, right?
Well, because it's very quickly constructed, clearly, or some kind of magical thing. It is like it's trying to do some sort of movement with the plate, but it can't do a sort of. There's no like obvious plate movement, so it's sort of like it lifts the plate up and down. I guess animatronic doesn't look at any of you, just moves up and down. Kira, you have the highest passive insight. As you trundle past this one, the head turns and follows you.
Oh no!
Darkness.
So, while we're on this, it's very spooky ride, what do we think the plan of action is?
Run. Or fly.
The animatronics are watching.
Well,
what's the animatronic?
The metal scythe.
They're just little robots. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you fear apart from death and loneliness at Christmas?
Sorry, Winter Shield.
Winter Shield! Fuck it!
Oh, I don't know. Sitting still long enough to be alone with my thoughts and then start to ponder the meaning of existence?
The ride stops.
No.
What did I do?
An animatronic figure will move out of the wall, which is a spitting image of Judith.
Oh,
hey!
They did not ask my permission to do that.
And will start slowly walking jerkily towards the cart.
Does this thing? Do these seatbelts? Will start pulling at the. Are we like on a track that's like raised?
You're on a track, and it appears to be moving through some kind of series of dark rooms, but you can't see them very well because it's very, very dark in here. The animatronics get lit by light spells that sort of appear above them as they come. And this one's lit as well as it walks slowly towards the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, Klimt will stand up on Judith's lap because otherwise the lap bar's not going to cover him. It would be very problematic.
There is no lap bar. This isn't to loot the loops. This is not a lap bar. It's got like little seat belts for people who want to like strap their children in. Like that's all we're talking.
Okay. You back off, and we'll pull out a very shoddily put together what is effectively a twig that kind of forks out down such that would be twig and that would be twig. Looks distinctly like what other people would know as a gun, but it's actually just a stick.
Sure. You're pointing at the animatronic.
At the animatronic.
Is this walking in a similar fashion to the the creature in the shop, or is it?
No. This has a jerky walks in, and as Klimt says, "You stop!" It stops and just stands there, stock still, just staring at Judith. This sort of wooden version, which appears to have created itself like that, just staring at Judith.
I'm just gonna mage hand, and it will just go and like prod it in the forehead.
It rocks back and forth slightly.
That part of the ride, it's very clever. I'd love to come and study the spells that allow you to do that.
The light above the animatronic's head flicks off. You're in complete darkness. And the cart starts trundling forward again.
I throw up a ball of light. I cast light.
Is this how you cast spells? You just vomit?
Yeah. Certain things, yeah.
So this is a light spell that you have cast?
Yeah, it's the light cantrip.
Great. As the cart...
Which you've cast on an owl pellet, right?
Yeah. I like that better, yeah. Just throw up, and I just cast light on the throw up.
Hang on. As it trundles forward further, and as light comes from you, you realise quite how much of this was being dictated by light shining from behind these things forward, that you didn't get a good view of the whole thing. Your cart is trundling on a track that's going in a circle. And around you are 5 animatronic figures that are just watching you, like their heads turn to follow you as you go. But they're not doing anything. The voice comes on again. What else do you fear?
Fish!
The animatronic, one of the animatronics that you can see, the wood starts to shift and morph, and it turns into a rather large fish that starts lurching, and a light comes on behind it as it starts lurching towards the cart, exactly the same as the others did. And it goes as it goes.
That really is very clever. Why has the track disappeared?
It's just a circle. You're basically going around in a circle.
So we can't see where the door
What do you fear?
What are you afraid of? Yes, I was just about to ask that.
The animatronic that looks like a fish will step back, and as it does, the light will wink out, and then it morphs back. And the effect would be that it just appears, but because you've got light in your own cart, you can now see this happening as it does. And all the animatronics sit there, and the voice comes over again. What do I fear?
Yes.
Well,
we're all getting to know each other, aren't we? So what do you fear?
no one's ever asked me what I fear.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, what do you fear?
I fear... It's not important. What do you fear?
Oh, well, we've talked about me, but if no one's ever asked you how you feel, that must...
No, I must know what you
terrible.
fear. I must know what you fear. I must know what you fear. Please tell me. And it starts to... It's got a weird electronic skip to it. Please tell me what you fear.
I think it fears not knowing what we fear.
I fear an exit to this ride.
Oh no, that would be terrible.
Oh no.
Oh,
I fear my dead friend comes back to life.
And
well, you already have. You're still a shop.
As you all say, I fear an exit to this room. You just get a faint Well, that is a shame. And the cart will just stop.
We could stay then.
And the animatronics will all sort of start moving forward once more. Not changing this time, just blank-faced marionette-style things moving forward jerkily towards the cart with the four of you in.
How about another topic of conversation? Are you... is this your year-round job? Do you just do this for Winter Shield?
As they lurch forward, Kira, you have the highest passive. the track that this is on, it does lead out of the room. This is just a side track that goes in a circle. There was a path that you went in, and there's a path where the track goes out.
How far away is that?
You could get there.
I will tug on probably Judith, who's the linchpin, and just kind of start edging towards there.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to get out of the cart.
That is the question.
Throw out a twig.
No, I'm too low level to have any of that. Before I do anything, can I whisper something to Judith?
Yeah.
We can blow them up and then make a run for it.
Well, that would be property damage.
The marionettes are jerkily moving closer and closer in quite an ominous way.
Would you prefer property damage or to get nommed?
You know what? I think you make a good point. I think if they didn't want people to blow them up, then they shouldn't make it so realistic.
Say no more. And I would like to send an Eldritch Blast and then run.
Where are you Eldritch Blasting?
Out of the cart, yes, out of the cart.
Where are you Eldritch Blasting?
Whichever animatronic is closest.
Sure, go for it. Make me an attack roll.
Okay. Okay, 25?
You absolutely hit one. You disintegrate part of its head as you just fire out and please do not damage parts of the ride. And then as you leap out, please keep hands and arms inside the cart. And it's quite loud and insistent now, this voice, as you start running for the exit. What are the other three of you doing?
Following suit.
Okay, cool.
Being carried through.
Sure, let's have dex saves, please.
Following suit with my two pets now.
Sure, let's have dex saves, please.
That is a 18 plus 6 for 24.
Very nice.
11.
It's not nice at all.
I'm just like flapping, trying to keep up. Like,
These digital dice hate me today. That is an 11.
11 as well. Okay. Kira, what did you roll?
Oh, sorry, 16.
Right. Cool. As you all leap out of the cart and start running, you will dodge these marionette animatronics and will manage to make your way towards the way out. However, Judith, because you're carrying Archie, this makes sense. Judith, you will feel one of his animatronic's hands reach down onto your shoulder and clench, and it's the shoulder that Archie is on. You are considered grappled, you can't move, and the other animatronics are moving closer to you as... Klimt, you can wiggle out of the arms and run, and Kira, you can also run up into the darkness if you wish to.
No, but Klimt will be shocked by the sudden loss of momentum.
Oh, so you're staying with the other two?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
He's in a hug. Judy!
No, run, Klimt. We'll drop you.
No!
Archie turns his head 180 degrees and pulses with magic, and I would like to cast a spell.
Go for it.
He opens his beak, and once more, in fitting with the other ways I've been casting magic, just lets out this unholy barrage of grease from his mouth as I spray grease over the animatronic that's grappling Judith's shoulder.
Great, lovely.
It's just a constant barrage. I shouldn't be able to hold that much, but apparently
it's magic.
I'm afraid of death. And I'm just like, oh! Just
you spray out grease over the animatronic that's holding you on the shoulder, which does loosen its grip. And Judith, you can slip free and run after Kira if you wish to.
Yes, please.
I'd just like to establish, Klimt is currently on the floor and will therefore try to catch up running.
Oh no! As soon as I'm free, I'll come on, scoop you up.
Hey!
That's my spell slot gone.
Archie, I will also say, because you also rolled the 11, as you spray out and Judith wriggles free and manages to run, you realise that the hand that is grabbing Judith's arm has slipped and is now grabbing onto you quite tightly.
Would we have noticed this while we're running, Chris?
It's up to you.
What is it? I've got an 11 as passive perception.
No, it's up to you, my friend. I'm not going to be cruel. I'm not going to be that cruel. There we go.
I mean, surely I would have known. If it has gone from holding my arm to holding Archie instead, then...
Actually, hang on a minute. I'm going to check something.
Because you were perched on my arm, right, Archie?
No, never mind. You don't notice at all.
I wasn't.
Archie's still on your arm, as far as you know.
Okay, great. Let's go.
Cool.
Great.
I don't like that even laugh.
Judith and Klimt, you run with Archie still on your arm, as far as you're aware. Judith, Archie, you're still being grabbed.
I am.
And as the others run off into the darkness, you realize suddenly that you're all alone.
May I be following that action?
Of course.
What did you say, Edric?
Like, I'm gonna follow the one that is alone.
Me.
You can see.
Well, we might be following each other in just a second.
Edric, you can see Archie being held in the hands of this marionette that's looking down at him, and you can see where the marionette that turned into an Archie marionette is still standing very happily on Judith's shoulder.
Oh, sorry, what?
There's two things I could do here.
Archie, you have a brief moment to potentially do something, otherwise it's going to go horribly wrong for you.
Edric is like, look at that, just turn your back.
Who are you saying look at that? How are you saying this? What are you trying to influence?
For Archie to look at what's happening, at the other Archie.
To see the other Archie on the shoulder. Okay.
Yes. Trying to move Archie's head.
Archie, roll me a perception check with advantage. There we go.
That's 17 with advantage.
It's not enough to notice something that obscurely and that weird. Like, it's not enough. You are by yourself in this space. The light from your light spell catching these marionettes there's only 3 of them now, crowding in over you. Is there anything you'd like to do before they start tearing you limb from limb? That's what
I would like to firebolt the one holding me and attempt to fly away.
Okay. Make me an attack roll.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's it. I'm dead. That's an 11.
Fire sears this animatronic but doesn't notice as they start very meticulously and carefully working out how you work and how your pieces fit together as they start deconstructing you to try and make sense of you. My dog is.
What you're saying is like those people who inspect owl pellets. They're deconstructing him, separating out all of the individual bones into different files.
So, Edric, you just see this completely bald owl appear next to you.
Bald owl ghost.
Edric's body takes the naked owl and put it on top of
his head was.
And then carries the head on the other shoulder.
Just awful. Okay, very good.
Oh, Edric, you're not dead after all.
You ghosts can communicate if you wish to. That's perfectly fine. Kira, you ran away a long time ago, but the others are following after. Down this tunnel, you will eventually run back out into what appears to be where the front is, and you can. As you run out, you can see this halfling is talking to another humanoid, and they're both just going, yeah, they appear to have noticed a couple of different things. That is disappointing, isn't it? As you run out, and Judith and Klimt, and as far as you know, Archie running out behind you. You can sort of go, whoop, 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 like to pause to not dive into this moment completely. It's entirely up to you, or you can just run past.
I don't know what Kira is doing. I'm tempted to just kind of run past, go, I think your ride's broken, and just keep running.
Kira just zips past going, nope.
Okay. As the 3 of you, I think, Judith, at this point you turn to look at Archie on your arm, and it's just a small animatronic owl who looks exactly like Archie, looking confused and saying, fear of death, fear of death.
We'll just throw it.
It can't fly. Just boom, hits the ground real hard. At this point, it's evident that something is horribly wrong, and the 3 of you are certainly unhappy about this. Are you trying to leave the market, or are you trying to find somewhere to hide? What's the plan?
Judy! I think we gotta go.
No, I agree. I think we need to get out of here. I was just wondering, how many people here do we think are in on this? How many people are... We should tell everyone, right? We should tell
Can't rule anyone out.
Sorry?
Sorry, we can't rule anyone out.
But what about all the other people that are here and just eating and drinking and going on rides and buying things? They are probably innocent.
What if they're not people? What if they are worms?
The people around you are noticing you sort of running and shouting, and a couple will sort of go, "Hey, is everything all right?" and sort of try and stop you because you're clearly in some manner of distress and they're not arseholes. Sorry, is everything okay?
No, I think people need to leave. I think there is something dreadfully wrong with the market, and we all need to leave now.
Oh, that's a shame. Have you spoken to one of the security? Like, have you lost someone? What's going on?
You know what? They said it... The last person I spoke to said it was a shame as well. Not, this is terrible, or, oh no, we must leave. They said, it's a shame.
Oh. This dwarf just looked at you. I don't really, sorry, that might just be my vernacular slipping through there. Right, okay, hang on, I'll get you some help. I'll get you security. Should I get security?
Who, does this dwarf look like just a general...
Just a random person. They've just gone to the market. They're just there, and they'll turn to their partner who is next to them and go, "Do you want to go get?" And they'll go, "Yeah."
No. Don't, just go. Just leave now. Go. The fire! There's a fire!
Fire? Where?
I'm going to minor illusion some smoke coming out of the ride.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's a bit of me that really just wants to go, where you go, fire, sail, fire, sail, fire, sail.
I have something to add to maybe help,
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
Can I use my one spell slot to cast Cause Fear on this dwarf?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, yeah.
What's the saving throws? Wisdom, yeah?
It's whiz, yeah.
I mean, they're a commoner. I really don't think they're going to... it's a nat 20.
Could I give him disadvantage by briefly appearing in front of him?
Yeah, of course you can.
A completely bald owl.
The owl head goes.
Yeah, the owl head.
Well, that's now a 2. I mean, there we go.
We got it.
The dwarf and their partner, and both of them just go, they're going, "Oh my god, what's going? Fire!" Just start running. And as you've probably seen in crowded situations, people all just start shouting and yelling and running. And over a tenor, you get, so it's folks, some kind of fire.
They really need to work on the clarity of those things.
Gavin, please move towards the exits. The exits, please.
Ignore the clarity, just run!
Are you running with everyone else? Because the people around you are now running. They heard the word fire, they saw the smoke, therefore there is smoke. Yep. So they are all running out of the Christmas market, which is slowly descending into utter chaos.
Judy.
Yes, Clem.
I don't want to be crushed. I knew a beaver
Carrying
once.
you, you're fine.
Okay.
It's okay. I've got you.
Are the three of you sticking together?
Yes, I guess
Yeah,
so. Well, unless...
I'm with Judith, but I don't know about Kira.
Is Kira still in the bag with all Edric's presents in?
Kira is still wearing a bag, yes.
I am still wearing a bag.
with all Edric's gifts in.
Kira, in fact, I think all three of you, can all of you please roll me, because you are now part of a crowd's worth of people that are running. And because of that, in the crush, in the movement, do you manage to stick together is the big question.
Oh, no.
I'm wondering what skill check that is. I'm not sure. It's definitely a saving throw.
Don't drop me.
Definitely a saving throw of some kind.
Maybe charisma, because you're probably talking to each other, or...
I mean, how about intelligence to analyze the way that the crowd
I
is
would much
moving
rather
and
charisma or
to
dexterity
usher-
because I'm wiggling my feet.
Really, I feel like this is intelligence, though. Like to try.
I feel like that would
an
not be
argument.
intelligent.
I'm
Could we make
holding
a
on to
wisdom?
you.
Wisdom, because you need to perceive where people are, you know?
I would really not like wisdom, just to say. I think that this does not require any. I have no previous experience of crowds.
Since you're all arguing for different
Isn't this
things.
the strength one? So just to keep
Since
tight.
ghosts are arguing for different things as well, can you all roll me a flat d20?
Thanks.
You argued yourself into neutrality. That's what you did.
Still better than wisdom would have been. That is a 2.
Oh no.
Why do I keep rolling the digital dice? That was a 9.
I'm sorry, Nat. It's better than a 2. In this carnage, in this mess, Judith, you suddenly realise that you don't know where Klimt is. He's gone.
Klimt!
Oh, jeez. He's just here.
They appear to have lost Morty as well.
Oh, jeez.
Lovely
How
stuff.
this happened? I literally had him in my arms. Kira, are you still there?
I'm still here. I think we're running in the same direction, so we'll find him eventually, right? That's how crowds work, like rivers.
He's a very small beaver. He's gonna get crushed.
He'll be fine. Just keep running.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
Archie, do you think we should stay with the little one? Shall we try to,
I'll watch the beaver. You watch Judith.
I'm not familiar with physics of ghosts. Can you still fly?
I just float upwards. Yeah. Can you still see?
Yes. So if you just fly on top of Klimt, I can still see you. So yeah, I'm gonna follow the other two.
I'm gonna spectrally land on Klimt's head and look really proud with myself.
Klimt,
by the way, yeah.
Sorry, Ali, go ahead.
By the way, I think you did it. You get rid of your feathers. So
yeah, they took them. I said they weren't for sale. This is why.
Oh no!
Look at me! I'm horrifying.
Was that what you meant from the beginning?
No.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're nice all of a sudden. Maybe you are worthy, but it's a bit late.
Klimt, as you are pushed and pulled through the crowd, probably quite confused, what is your goal here? Are you trying to get back to the others?
Klimt has been in many fast-flowing rivers and knows that the most sensible thing to do is not to go against the crowd, the river, but to swim with the flow, but off towards the edges. So the intention will be to get to the edge of the crowd and then work out where to go from there.
The crowd is basically stampeding out of here. There's been more than enough notes that something might be seriously wrong here. You'll be pushed to the side of the crowd. You'll move along by it. You can see various other buildings and stalls that you are moving past, and you reckon because they're off to the side, you could probably slide into one of the doorways there and then be able to hold your position, if you will.
That sounds like a really, really bad idea. Klimt, I think, is going to just frantically go down the little... Effectively, I see this like not alleyways, but
spaces between tents and between stalls and things. Absolutely, yeah.
Hoping to see someone that he knows or an alternative exit.
Absolutely fine by me. You move down through one of the side entrances to these things and are around the backs of these buildings. Well, I mean, they're temporary buildings at the best. As you slide around the back of one of these, you will encounter a figure that is stepping out at the same time as you step in, and you will collide with each other. And look, like a gnome. We're about the same height as you, and just, oh, sorry.
I would like to, in Gnomish, ask it its name.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, what's your name, pal?
Was that Mickey Mouse?
Oh, jeez. What's your name?
Oh, come here, I'll get your name. Oh. It's not Mickey Mouse.
Hello?
There is copyright issues if it's Mickey Mouse. As you bump into this gnome, the gnome will sorry, I'm Franz. Are you lost? They're wearing the red and green of the people who work here.
Can I?
What's going on? Is there a fire?
Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to be Mickey Mouse now. It turns out harder than anticipated.
Sorry,
yeah.
this one's not Mickey Mouse, it's Kermit the Frog. Is there a fire?
Oh, yeah, there's a fire, but I wouldn't be too afraid of. Well, I'd be afraid of that. Maybe you should go and find the fire and put me to the nearest exit.
And I'd like to cast Friends as a cantrip in the process of doing that, please.
Sure.
Although, actually, this could be very bad. It's fine. We have a minute. Yep.
I'd be happy to help, but there's a bit of a look out there, and you can see there's stampeding people like it's dangerous. There's a staff exit. Do you want to come with me? I'll take you to the staff exit.
Okay. Okay. Just going to be frantically looking around, hoping not to see anyone else wearing red and green.
The gnome will offer you a hand because you're their friend. To walk hand in hand if you want to.
I'd like to walk hand in hand for the next 54 seconds, please.
That's fine. The gnome will take you by the hand and will walk with you. There's this sort of like, there's sort of behind circus tent pegs that are holding marquees up and that sort of thing. Weaving between those as you head for the staff exit. In the meantime, Kira and Judith, you are being swept up by this crowd. What are you doing to get out? What are you doing to not get crushed? What is the plan?
I'm trying to hold onto Kira's hand or shoulder or something so we don't get separated as well.
That's fine. Yeah. Right, I've already peeled one off. I'm good. You can stick with each other.
Great, thanks. I guess we'll be looking for the nearest sort of clearing spot, like a little nook to just sort of get away, because crowds, again, not great. Not a fan.
No. As described, there are many openings to other marquees and or temporary buildings you could slip into that might give you some temporary reprieve.
I don't want to go in a marquee. I want to go like between a tent.
like what Klimt did.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Kira, do you feel the same way?
How tall are these marquees?
These marquees?
Yeah.
Oh, they're tall enough for humanoids to spend time inside them, about 7.5, 8 feet.
Mm-hmm. Can I climb up one?
You can certainly try. Judith won't be able to hold onto your hand if you do.
I just kind of tug. I want to get a better vantage point. Wait, no, I'm too dumb to know the word vantage point. I want to get a better look. I need to high up.
Okay, I can try.
Just say I want up. Even babies know I want up.
I want up. Upsies.
Okay, I'm not strong, but I will try.
There's athletics with advantage right there. Off you go.
Cool. Okay. Oh, one of those was a nat 20.
Boom, there we go. Judith, you can hang on to Kira as you help lift them up onto the marquees to get a better view. The marquees just sort of sag under your weight. They're not designed to be stood on. But not too far away, a couple of different tents and prefabs away, there is a merry-go-round that has stopped. It is a raised platform, and there is a small fence around it, and the stampeding crowd is not going inside that fence. They're not breaking down the fence, so that might be a good place to pause.
Is it shiny?
Oh, yeah.
Over there, clearing, that way, we go now, yes.
Okay, and then we can take stock and try and see if we can see Klimt and Archie. Oh, I seem to have lost everyone. Okay, come on, hold on, let's go.
Okay.
I will allow you to make your way to there without any skill checks because I want you to go there. So,
no.
Because as you step over this fenced space and there's this merry-go-round around, Kira, it's very pretty. There are unicorns. Almost all of the different animals on here are unicorns of some kind, and they're all prancing gaily with the pole through, and they're all glittering, very shiny.
I beeline to one and try and clamber up a horse.
Judith, Kira gets onto a horse. It's a unicorn, but you know.
I'm just going to start gnawing on the pole and just kind of...
Okay.
Is that comforting to you? Are you getting nutrition from it, or...?
Well, it's my goal to be the shiniest shiny ever. I'm already glittered, but I need to consume more shinies so that I can glow.
Why do you feel like you need to eat things to be shiny? You're shiny already.
Not shiny enough.
Who says so?
Well, the person that gave me my mace.
What? Who gave you... Why did they say you're not shiny enough?
They told me to go around and find the shiniest shinies so that I could get shinier, and they were very scary.
Oh, I'm sorry, that sounds like an awful experience.
It's okay.
You got that mace from them though, right?
Mm-hmm. See how it sparkles and shines.
It's very lovely. This really isn't the time for this conversation.
As you sit there saying sparkly and shiny, suddenly the starts going. Slowly, the horse you're on starts going up and down as the merry-go-round starts rotating. Judith, Kira's rotating away from you.
Oh no!
Well, I was going to say I was probably walking towards Kira to get on as well, to use the raised platform as a vantage point to see.
Then you're going with.
Yeah.
It starts going around, and you're on it.
Did you put a coin in this to start it?
No, I ate all my coins.
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
It's going quite quickly now.
Okay. I'm not sat on a horse. I'm just going to grab onto a pole.
I'm not sat on a horse.
Judith, do you know how to duck and roll?
No, but I can Misty Step.
Oh yeah, you're fine then, and I would like to just launch myself off.
Okay.
I sense this may not have been the best decision.
Now describe the fence. Make a dex save.
Wait, I imagine the fence was further away.
Oh yeah, but you don't know how close it is at different points around this circular one. We'll see.
Okay. Well, I would. No, I'm the dumbest goblin you've seen. Rolled. What am I rolling again?
Dex save.
Okay, so it's a 19 on the dice, plus 3, 21.
You tuck and roll and just awkwardly roll off this thing, and you are now back where you were by the fence, and the stampeding crowd is almost completely petered out. People are still running and they're still screaming, but a lot of the people that were here, it is more deserted than it was. Judith, you're still on the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Roll me a con save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But I was about to leave.
I know, but you were the last person there, and...
That's a 19 for a non-nat 20.
Yes! It's going really fast now, but you managed to focus on the horizon line or something to manage to maintain not getting too dizzy. Do you want to target your Misty Step to get off this thing?
Yeah, I'm going to try and end up next to Kira.
I mean, it's magic, of course you can. So you Misty Step and appear next to Kira.
Okay.
Aw, you're no fun! Yeah, you're no fun! The merry-go-round will slow, and you'll see that 2 of the unicorns have now turned to look at you and are talking to you. You're no fun at all! We wanted to play! Yeah, come and play!
I'm sorry, this really isn't the time. It would have been very fun, but we're actually just looking for a friend. I'm really sorry. Maybe another time?
Both of them in unison, suddenly, slightly eerily, go, come and play! Make me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Chris, am I within 60 feet?
No.
Is this against being charmed?
Yes, it is.
Oh, cool. I get advantage on that.
I was like, goblin? Oh, the new goblins. Yes, the new goblins. Fey goblins.
New goblins with a
because goblins are now fey creatures, so they're advantage on... that's Mordenkainen's addition to the goblin lore.
Sorry, goblins? Is that what you're trying to spell there, Nat? Goblins?
No, new goblins, but spelled N-U goblins.
Oh, it's like new metal. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's terrible. No one knows why it happened. The 90s have a lot to answer for. Good, right.
I rolled a 19.
Great. Kira?
Dirty 20.
Can't catch a break with you two. You realise that these two are trying to charm you. Like, there's magic washing over you. You're both like, no, bad.
Okay. Well, it was lovely to meet you. I think we've got to go now.
Come play. They're now
Goodbye.
yanking at the poles that they're on and can't get off, and clearly in quite some distress.
Mm-hmm.
Running.
I'm just gonna minor illusion some bright lights in their eyes as we walk away. I don't know if that does anything.
No! Ow! As the two of you
Don't
leap
look
out.
at us.
You are basically now in a semi-abandoned space as the two of you step out, and most of the patrons of this Christmas market appear to have vanished. Klimt.
Yes.
As you pass between the various bits, 45 seconds have passed.
Have they?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you pass between,
just so you're right, in about 10 seconds' time, I'm going to let go of his hand and just move a foot away. Yeah.
They will guide you back into what looks like a rather large tent, but there's no decoration. It is like pure grey, and as you step inside, it's clearly some kind of staff tent. But there are people in the red and green, and there are other humanoids in the red and green, but there's also, you recognise, you didn't see the worms, there's a horrible worm thing with hooves that's standing on one side, just pressing down on getting some coffee out of an urn.
Okay.
There's a couple of what look like pixies just sort of hovering in a corner, looking a little bit disconcerted. Yeah, it basically, you step inside and it's slightly weirder than you thought it would be. And then the friend spell wears off.
What I would like to do, and this is going to potentially require some jiggery pokery, so I hope you're going to appreciate this. What I'd like to do is cast Earth Tremor, the target of which will be the nails that are used to keep the guy lines down. And I'd like to run, or waddle as fast as I can. The intention, obviously, is to kind of shake the earth in such a way that the guy lines will lose their grip. And this is against the rules, but I'd like to live.
What does Earth Tremor let you target?
Every creature other than me. My intention here is that the building is living.
What does Earth Tremor let you target? What does it say under the range guidance? What does it say? What can it target? Is it a square? Is it square cubage? Is it what is?
Oh, sorry, you're genuinely asking. It's 10 feet. Sorry, I thought this was a lesson of no, you can only target creatures.
No. I'm not some kind of draconian arsehole. I just want to know what the rules say.
10 feet.
10 foot cube?
Sorry, I need to work this out. Give me 1 minute.
Is it 10 feet from you? Is it like
no?
around
Sorry,
you?
Yeah, 10 feet around me, I think.
I see, lovely. I would allow you to Earth Tremor, and certainly the guy lines are within 10 feet, but so are a bunch of other people.
If I shout, "Watch out! There's a tremor coming," then would they have advantage on the save against it?
Probably not, because they'd be going, what and why?
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is, in a panic, this just feels irrational, but let's go. We're going to release the hand.
Feels irrational, okay.
Okay, this is going a completely different direction. Let's go. Whew. Okay, we're just going to walk in confidently.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Right.
We belong here along with these other strange creatures from other realms.
The gnome will shake their head, look at you and go, no.
Hey, well, you know,
No, I understand.
Just got to assume, you know, you can't be trusting all of these humanoids.
Tell me about it. And the gnome will morph slightly, and their face gets slightly more tentacly as they appear to be a gnome that's been mind flayed.
You know,
roll me a performance check, not to freak the fuck out.
Yep, let's go. +6, come on.
Can I give them advantage?
Of course you can.
Actually, so that's a dirty 20, but if you'd rather it was a save, I've got advantage against being frightened, but it's a dirty 20 anyway, so
it's
we're
fine,
not
because
going
you'll be given advantage by Archie, who is ghost lily floating on your head. That's totally
Ghost
fine.
lily. That's, we'll stick with the dirty 20.
Lovely. Cool, you sort of, you managed to hold it. And the humanoids around you and some of the other creatures also look at you with a kind of, all right, and there's a nod and a creature comes over that you don't recognize that appears to be more ooze than humanoid and goes, are you, sorry, I do the announcements. Are you lost?
Oh, no, I'm entirely where I wanted to be.
But you don't work here.
No, I'm just here to inspect. I'm an interdimensional, international, Winterval inspector. I come from a place where it's always Christmas, always snowing. Always winter shield. I know that's what they call it around here. We call it Christmas. I'll tell you a funny story. The way I got into this business was a sugar plum goblin. He came, he terrorized the town, and we thought we gotta put in some fundamental principles to maintain a high quality Christmastide celebration without anyone coming to harm.
Sam, the bizarre thing is, I know that that's actually true. So, apart from the first bit. So I will allow the deception check, but with advantage, because it is still a lie that you're an inspector. Unless it's a backstory thing we didn't talk about, and that's actually why Klimt is here.
So with advantage, you mean he's got advantage in the contention, or?
Deception check with advantage, yes, please.
Okay. So he's got advantage against me.
No, you've got advantage.
Brilliant. Okay, that's good, because I just rolled 2. Sorry, I was just double checking. That is come on, please be a nice number. That's an 8 + 4 for 12. I wish it was contested, but we'll see what happens.
They all just stare at you.
Look, I know it can be kind of strange when the boss comes along to have a look at what's going on. But, I'm here. I just wanted you to know there's a lot of people out there that know what you're doing. Admittedly, not the worst thing that's happened at a Winterval festival, but I just think you guys should get ahead of this. It's important to put out some good PR to make sure that your footfall doesn't go down as a result of a fire that may or may not be happening.
They're all still staring at you.
Yeah, I know you are. Well, I'm just gonna get a drink. Gonna go over.
While Klimt desperately tries to bullshit his way through this, that's fine.
The tail is shaking, but otherwise fairly composed.
Judith, Kira, you are now standing in the midst of a deserted Christmas market. Are you trying to run for the exit?
Okay, well, we can see the exit now. But can you see any beavers?
No, I don't see any beavers. Maybe.
Sorry, it's going to be 1 point. Go on, I'm sorry.
We're here for one purpose, and it's to hunt for beaver, okay? Gotta find that beaver.
Okay.
Okay, we got the joke out the way.
I'm sorry. It was going to happen at some point, and it just hit me at that point. As you are scanning for beavers, there is a strange flash, and a creature is suddenly floating amidst you. They look to it a bit like a jellyfish. They're sort of a disc of a body with 2 eye stalks on top and just tentacles underneath. And they will just look at both of you, sorry, there's only 2 of you left. And
sorry, what?
will quietly, there's a faint sort of, and the whole air around you starts to smell a bit sweet. And in your heads you will hear a voice going, right, okay. It appears things have gone a bit wrong. Look, we just wanted to set something up that wasn't just for the humanoids, and look, the 2 of you may have uncovered something that we don't particularly want uncovered. So sure, there are deaths sometimes, but in the grand scheme of things, everyone has a good time. Sure you understand?
Are you the manager?
Yes, this is my market.
Oh,
Yes.
Hello. Okay.
Greetings.
Nice to meet you. I'm Judith.
too.
What's your name?
Master Jolly Fish at your service.
Okay. So this is. You want the rides that try and eat people, and
Not so much eat people, just... Look, not everything's made for humanoids. On a certain level, sometimes the Fae want to take part in Winter Shield celebrations, and some constructs do as well, and it's not always the best way of dealing with things, but also we want to make sure everyone has a good time.
Oh.
It's very important that we all have a good time, and we can't have you telling people that people are dying and not having a good time.
Kira?
I didn't have a very good time as I saw lots of people die. If I don't tell anyone what I saw today, can I just go home?
I mean, I don't think we have any proof that you won't tell anybody, and, well, it's not the first time you've made people vanish.
I can pinky promise.
And also, it would be good to have a conversation about consent. You know, I understand that it's good for the Fae and people from other places to have a good time, but you know, I'm sure there are some humanoids from the material plane that would really love to be eaten by a giant worm. But you should ask them first to make sure.
We didn't plan to have people eaten by these Surlongs, but accidents happen, you know?
Right.
Oi!
It's an angry ghost. It's floating around.
Maybe you should advertise that this is the nature of this sort of fair, so people actually know what they're getting themselves in for.
Or we could just leave and make sure you don't tell anyone. As I say, I'm talking to you because I want to find a solution here that isn't just we eat you. That's honestly my goal here. Help me help you.
That would be a great solution for us as well, I think. I'd really like to not be eaten too. You know what? I will also pinky promise to never tell anyone.
Pinky promises are stronger than Fae promises. Everyone knows that.
What are your passive insights?
14.
Okay.
10.
Okay. The smell of the flumps communicate by smell or telepathy. If you can't, I don't understand smell talk. The smell will get slightly lemony. Very well, a pinky promise it is. And two tentacles will...
I'm going to cast Charm Person as I extend my finger out.
It's not a person, Nat. Save the spell slot.
Oh, flip. Right.
Just being fair. Your
Yeah.
DM says don't waste the spell slot. I know you've only got a very limited number, so...
Okay.
So you both willingly pinky promise these tentacles, yes?
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
And it's fine, right?
Yeah, make me con saving throws.
Okay.
Okay.
There's bees that leave a citrus smell on creatures to attack, right? Yeah. Is that where...
Johnny knows more about the language of smell.
Yeah. that was a level of biological knowledge I was not expecting
Very
today.
clever. Yeah.
I should have brought my big boots along.
I used to do beekeeping, so... Yeah.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
I hear that shared attack survivors smell a little bit of lemony before the shared attack.
Lemon is a natural it's an odor of attack. Oh, what
It is, yeah.
Go on, Kira. Go on, Judith. What we got?
14?
6.
Great.
Should have used the digital dice.
Kira.
No, I used real dice that time.
Didn't save you.
Yep.
Kira, you realise as you touch this tendril that it burns.
Ouch!
Judith, you realise that it burns a little too late
Oh no.
as your hand starts to melt.
Oh dear.
Favourites.
Judith, no!
You take
She
3
deserves
points.
so much better.
You take 3 points of acid damage as... how much is 3 points hit points for you in terms of total hit pointage?
It's just under half.
Great. So about half of you is melting. I will let you describe how you want that half of you is melting, but half of you is melting.
Great. I think it travels along the hand. So the hand goes like right down to the bone.
Ooh.
And then as it comes up the arm, it's sort of less and less. So it's just, by the time it gets to the face, it's sort of a two-face effect. So it's just half the face is like lightly burned, whereas further down it's sort of more intense.
Are we aware as a group of the context of human soup?
Yes. I mean, no.
It's what do the people called who work with corpses? Morticians. It's what morticians call what people end up as, because all of you just decays in the end and turns into soup.
Yeah.
So Judith, bit of Kira. Judith is sloughing off her bones. As just half of her is collapsing away from the acid. Do you wish to fight or do you wish to run?
I'm just gonna mutter a, "Sorry, Judith, you seem nice," as I run.
I'm still alive! Wait for me, Kira!
Judith, because of how this works, roll me another con save, because it's turn on turn unless you pass. So
I just want to say I really hope Judith survives, because I really want to see like half human, half skeleton Judith in a future adventure.
I'm just trying to feed the orphans. Let me in.
She's just allowing them to like suck the marrow out of her fingers.
Oh God! Enjoy your human marrow, orphans.
Real.
Have the sustenance from my bones.
Oh.
That is a 16.
Hey, you only take half damage from the next round.
Yeah. I
That's
didn't actually
another
apply the previous damage.
2.
Okay. Good.
How many hit points do you have left?
2.
Wow. Okay. It's still going, and you're still sizzling as more of you sloughs away.
I don't think I have anything to stop. Oh no, I do. You know what? I'm going to cast false life on myself.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Just keep this going a couple more rounds. Why not? Am I still like? Can I let go of the tentacle, or is it stuck to me now?
Well, there's nothing left to hold on to the tentacle anymore because it's bleaching your bones.
I have bones though. They can. I suppose they've got no. Yeah. I suppose there's no ligaments to keep.
There's
them
no
together.
ligaments. Also, bones very famously have very poor tensile strength on their own.
Yeah.
So
They're also basic, which means that if it's acidic, they will be dissolving too.
It's true. Very true.
Edric starts picking up the bones that appear in the ghost plane.
It's just awful. Good. Right.
I have 7 temporary hit points.
Wow, this is making it worse.
And I'm just going, don't, Kira, wait for me! And I'm just going to start hobbling after you.
Oh, you're probably dragging the bits of yourself, but leave myself
Yeah.
just sort of dragging yourself forward.
Yeah.
Roll me another con save.
Yeah.
Kira is going to shout over her shoulder, "It's every goblin for herself!"
That's
This is
11.
Banshee is following.
11. Okay, you're still affected by it, so it's still half. I'm just going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
It's another 4. Okay, that's full damage that time. Good. Half
I've
of full.
literally nothing to stop this. I don't know how many rounds it's going to go on for.
There is a way to stop it. There are 2 ways to stop it, actually.
There's a small beaver somewhere who may or may not be dead that can stop it.
I'm just hobbling after Kira, also just calling Clint!
One final con save, please. I think. I'm assuming based on your health. I have no idea.
That's another 11.
She has 3 temporary health and 2 health points, so you should be fine.
That's another 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm back down to my regular 2 hit points left.
Oh! It's just basically a skeleton with eyes now. Like it's. you've probably pulled yourself in half, and then now
Yeah.
it's just a top half dragging as the bottom half is left behind.
The glossy hair has fallen out. The freckles, they're gone.
Were they ever there?
Yeah, she had freckles.
No.
They were real.
Now,
They
come on,
definitely
one final con save. It's possible you'll make it out of this.
That's a 7.
No. That's probably enough. Yeah, it's another 3 on top. There we go.
Skeleton just like collapses, like half like
It's
dragging. It's like
The most horrific drawn out death ever.
I thought Archie's death was bad, but no, that is worse.
She deserves so much better.
the orphans and the puppies.
Kira, I'm guessing you're just running full pelt now.
Yeah, tears going down her face. Just saying sorry to everyone that's died.
Oh,
Just
damn.
look at it.
Clint, you were confidently pouring yourself a coffee from the earth.
Yeah. So, you come here often?
People will sort of look at this whole performance, then will start. They're leaving the tent to try and sort out the mess of everyone running away, clearly. But a couple will stick around to engage with you. And the gnome, it's called a ceramorph. They're creatures that were made into mind flayers. Will just move over to you and go, hey, look, we know that's bullshit, okay? So that's fine. But we're also not really in the market for just killing for the sake of killing, and you do seem to fit right in here. I mean, if you're looking for a home, maybe we could work something out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not against the idea. You're gonna have to pay me, though.
That's fine. We pay all of our workers. There's a really good 401k.
I trade exclusively in
That's an
gifts.
American thing, but there's really good tax setup.
I trade exclusively in gifts that might be of use to someone with a minor bean obsession.
A bean obsession, you say?
Yeah, I have a brother. It's a long story.
Oi, Fred, shouts over, and from the back, one of the mannequins just leans out from the side. Yup. You used to know a guy who was obsessed with beans that looked like this one, didn't you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's another plane, but yeah.
Other plane?
Yeah. It was weird. He kept talking about shooting things and beans. He's obsessed with beans.
How long ago was this?
Oh, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Try and find him.
What's your vacation policy like?
Wrap that there. As it turns out, Klimt has a new calling. And Kira, as you run for the exit, Evie, I will be kind. Roll a flat d20.
Okay. 14?
There is a ghost next to Kira that, from Kira's angle, if Kira was looking, would just look exactly like Judith. But from the other side, it is just a sloughed off skeleton. And she's just sort of stood there going, "Oh, Kira, we found the exit. We've made it out."
The headless Eldrick behind you.
You look terrible, girl.
Edric, you're here too. Where's your head? Oh my goodness.
And I start doing my hair. I know.
Kira, as you run for the exit, you pass through it and run into the Baldurian night, escaping from this carnival of horrors that appears to have a perfectly good working policy. So, there you go. Scarred forever, probably.
But with a whole sack full of shiny gifts.
That's a good point. Roll me another con save.
Sure.
Come on, that one.
Okay. Well, it was a 10 on the dice.
Oh.
So that's a 14.
I can't have you choke on a ring and die with a 14. No, you're fine.
Kira lives to see another day. Shiny.
Kira lives to see another day, and Klimt has a new occupation with a travelling Christmas market of absolute horrors. So good. That seems like a good place to wrap things up, my friends. The ghosts will eventually fade away into nothingness because
That seems like your next one shot, Chris. The search for Clint Eastwood. Just saying.
Oh God, what have I done?
Where everyone has to play a different, like, Carney Eldritch Nightmare.
Oh, Carney Eldritch Nightmares is just a character concept. Anyway, we must wrap up. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
One more thing. I think the ghost might apply for a job in the fair.
Oh, lovely. They do have an undead bit. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I'll work in that horror thing that I died in. yeah. No, the train ride.
Oh, right. Yes, the horror mine carts. Yes. Okay. Well, if you'd like to, we can certainly do that more. But thank you, everyone, for playing, and thank you for joining us for this Christmas one-shot that definitely was all about the holiday cheer. We're currently playing one-shots on Mondays and Tuesdays throughout the Christmas period, and then in the new year we'll be starting some new shows. So that'll be from first Monday, Tuesday in January, I think.
2nd of January is a Monday.
Great, then that's starting on 2nd of January. We've got some new shows. Do we want to start teasing the new shows?
Yes.
Nat, do you want to start teasing the new shows?
I'm doing a thing. They let me do more for some reason. And it's going to be nice and fluffy this time. Promise.
And on Tuesdays we have
side check.
So that's Mondays, and on Tuesdays we have something new and very exciting coming, but more about that anon. Anyway, that's 6 p.m. GMT or BST, depending on the time of year, and we run for 3 hours on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then on Fridays we have our talk shows, Talk Together, and Talking is a Free Action, where we talk about what we are doing and how fun it is and how much we love each other, and it's all very pleasant. So join us for those on Fridays. That's just an hour. Yes, all of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. They're all archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find podcast versions everywhere. Just search for Roll Together RPG. There we go. Good. Massive thank you to the D20 Club. You're marvellous, wonderful, special, delightful. Without you, none of this would happen. And the sponsors and supporters, without you, none of this would happen as well. So thank you for all of those people who support us and let us do what we do. Join us on the socials. We're Roll Together RPG everywhere, including TikTok, because some of us are young. So that apparently there's TikTok. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. I don't know. I'm told we're on TikTok. Anyway, join us on all the socials. Thank you for watching, everyone, and Merry Christmas. See you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.